Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. Just like that. Before we get into tonight's episode, we do have some announcements to get through, beginning with the first of our two sponsors, Cortex. Sam, if you don't mind.
This episode is sponsored by Cortex, a brand new gaming tool set from our pals at Fandom, the D&D Beyond folks, that lets you create your own original game from hundreds of modular parts to best suit your world and play style.
Modular.
Using dice and descriptive traits, you can craft and play in all kinds of genres and worlds, from books, TV, movies, and video games. Cortex is designed for episodic one-shots, as well as longer epic story arcs, online or in person. To show you how easy it is, I used Cortex to design the most immersive horror game you'll ever experience. I call it Tax Code Carnage. IRS Annihilation, a thrilling and chilling game of adventure and accounting as you and your party delve into the darkness of the federal tax code and file your returns by April 15th before evil audit monsters garnish your soul. I'll demonstrate. Oh wait, I'm rolling too early. Oh no! Oh no! I'm making my own rules of the stupid game, and I've already broken my own rule. Oh no! A CPA aboleth is trying to shred my Form 1040. Time to file an extension. A 7? My deductibles weren't itemized. So much red tape, no problem. I'll cast a 4th level fixed asset cash flow spell. Nat 1, I'm insolvent! Guys. So, my question to you guys is, does it need some more work, or can Darrington Press publish this, like, right away?
I need a little more playtesting.
I think it's great. I think it's ready to go.
Or is it too spooky? Is it too scary?
It's terrifying. My God.
Okay.
Great commercial read.
Anyway, right now Fandom is giving away free copies of the main Cortex rulebook on Twitter, twitter.com/CortexRPG, so head over for a chance to get a copy, or simply grab your own digital or physical copy right now at bit.ly/CortexRPGCR.
Woo! Hey!
Hey!
Nice job, Tax Man.
Good game.
Physical copy.
File early.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Sam. And thank you, Fandom Friends and Cortex. Our second sponsor for tonight is Hocus Pocus, the game, which is a thing that exists, like the OG, awesome Hocus Pocus classic of the era. In the game, players must match the color of the ingredients on the game board to stun the Sanderson sister and stop sisters, I think, or stop their sinister
There's
plot.
three of them.
That's what I said. Well, it's a singular on the page, so
Black Flame Candle.
the sisters, which I knew, and stop their sinister plot. The game's packaging is designed to look like a spell book to reflect the theme of the original Disney movie, and makes a wonderful addition to bookshelves. We're gonna have to get one for ourselves. It also
Crush on Billy.
hell yeah. It also includes beautiful artwork, faithful to the original Disney film, as well as high-quality components like the adorable wooden Binks game piece. Easy to learn and quick to play for 2 to 6 players. It's perfect for family game night this fall season. So check it out at bit.ly/critrollhocus-pocus for more details.
Can I just say that I watched that movie for the first time this Halloween season
Wait, for
with
the
my
first
children?
Amazing.
I had never seen it. Did you? It's really good.
It's adorable.
Sarah Jessica
Welcome,
Parker is so
welcome.
good.
So good in it.
Adorable. We were just
one of
talking
the
about
best things
this.
she's ever done.
She was like the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life. And
Yeah. My lucky rat's tail. She's so good. I love her. Why did we watch
like
that?
with the Looney Tunes humor too. She's like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
I still think she was better in Flight of the Navigator. But anyway. So, we have a few other announcements we have here. We are excited to announce our next project with our friends at Dark Horse Comics, The Mighty Nine Origins.
Let's go!
It's a series of hardcover graphic novels that explores the origin story of each member of the Mighty Nine. The first 2 volumes that are scheduled for release are Jester Lavore, due in June 2021, and Caleb Widogast in July of 2021. They're both available for pre-order now at your local game shops and other book retailers. And they're fantastic. We can't wait to be able to announce the creative team helping put this together. And to learn more about the creative team I'm talking about, go check out our announcement article at critroll.com. Marisha, you got an announcement as well?
Oh, I do. I should really read these before we get started.
Professional.
Oh, man.
episode of Narrative Telephone, round 2, this Tuesday, November 17th at 4 p.m. Pacific. And our storyteller is the one and the only Brian W. Foster. Buckle up for this one.
The Cabbage Man.
Yeah. Buckle up. It's special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you, Marisha.
Don't want, I'd say not safe for work. Not that any of us are at work.
No,
but
safe for work.
Not safe for work.
Yeah. For Zoom. Brian definitely kicked us down that alleyway. Yeah. Thank you, Marisha. Thank you, Brian. And Laura, you have an announcement.
Oh, I do. So you guys know our Vox Machina D20 set that we released before, but I'm excited to let you know that we're doing full sets of dice. So right now we have available a Vex set, a Grog set, and a Vax set. Yay! They're in the store. These are the pretty leather bags that they come in. They're lined up beautifully. They're so lovely.
They are beautiful.
Yeah, I love them. They're with our friends at Die Hard Dice. So yeah, go check them out.
It's a good looking set of dice.
Natural 20.
No, oh God.
No, it is.
Right out of the gate.
The mug came up.
Oh, I got a 19 on mine.
What the?
Mine looks like
I got a natural
tumbled-
20 on the Vax one.
Tumbled bone and stone. These are weighted
Roll
properly.
terribly.
We swear. They're correctly weighted.
They're fancy. I love
You guys
them.
better not be using those dice tonight. You're already rolling way too high.
Oh, it's got a liner.
Alrighty then. Thank you so much, Laura.
Why? What happens tonight, Matt?
Well, let's find out shortly, because with that, I believe we are done with our announcement. And as such, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
The adventure begins. They were always beside you, your nerdy best friends, and the DM to guide you. And they rise from the flames for the battles ahead. Villains beware, 'cause you're about to be dead. They got magic and flair. They got falchions and cunning. They don't see over there. There's a monster incoming. Inspiration is waiting. Rise up, don't think twice. Put your fate in your hands. Take a chance, roll the dice. Can you answer the call? Digging deep in your soul as the legend unfolds. Now it's your turn to roll.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, the Mighty Nine making their way north into the realm of Isilcross, hired by Vesteragna of the Cerberus Assembly to help bring her and protect her towards the ruins of Aor
Rest in peace.
on the region of Foreign. Unfortunately, Ves was murdered by the previous ally, or at least the body of the previous ally, Malimok, traveling with other individuals northward on a similar path. You discovered Ves's dead corpse, covered for it so nobody else would discover it as well, and made your rapid escape from Balin Post, along with your scout, Dagon Underthorn, who has been leading you through the icy, frigid realm towards the first location on the map which you've decided to explore. Dubbed A5 on the map, it is one of the numerous early excavations of fallen Aorian debris. And after making your way across some mysterious encounters, some strange weather, and making some allies out of possible enemies in the shape of intelligent Yeti, you discovered the outside of this excavation site. As you found a number of long frozen bodies left in the surrounding debris and ice and stone, you begin to approach the entrance to it. And so, picking up where we left off, as Dagon once more goes,
All right, so, got you here. That's what I'm being paid for. I'll just set up camp out here, and if I see anything strange, I'll, I don't know, shout loudly down the hall for you, but, stay alive.
For sure, but also don't feel like you need to just remain outside. If there is trouble, you'll come in, won't you?
Oh, yeah, I mean, but I'm not gonna go super deep in there. I don't know what kind of dangers are in. To be honest, I'm not being paid quite enough for that, so.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Do we have any sort of communication rock or anything that we can give? Do we don't have anything like that in this campaign, do we?
No
We just
earrings,
pierce his
no
ear for no
nothing.
reason.
Yeah.
Hold still.
But I can send him a message.
Yeah. Maybe like. Well, I can send him a message unless we go farther than 150 feet
Which I
away.
think you might. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll send you a message right before we get 150 feet away.
Fair enough. Yeah, and if things get real dangerous, or
A
you,
minute later.
I don't know, if you find yourselves being suddenly attacked by a bunch of terrible beasts that are climbing their way to the surface and you're not going to survive, if you could just let me know in advance so I can skedaddle, that would be.
I'll try to remember that before I die.
I appreciate it. All right, then. Stay safe. Guess see you on the other side.
We have a rule in the Mighty Nine. If we don't come back within 7 days, you have to hold a funeral for all of us.
How elaborate you thinking?
I mean, no.
Pretty elaborate, I feel
we
like.
gave you 1,000 gold, right? So at least 1,000 gold worth of stuff.
For sure, you have to set
How
us out
about
to
I
sea.
pay for the funeral out of the extra I was paid when we took this journey?
That
Sound
sounds
like
good.
a plan?
That sounds good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and cook him a meal. Good luck.
and goes ahead and makes his way away from the initial alcove where you guys are currently standing at the precipice of the entrance to find a safer space to set up his small camp out of sight.
I had see invisibility up when Molly Mock or admin profile or whoever was talking to Jester. That's down now, right? It's been like an hour plus, right?
I'd say it's probably because you guys did begin looking through the bodies and stuff, and that was. Remember when you did that? I'd say I'd say it's down by now.
Okay.
So, now what?
I think we agreed we're going to enter, but be open to hearing a story before we kick shit off. Yes?
I mean, there's no surprise happening here, though.
No.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we can do to surprise them? Like, they'll expect 7 people walking down a hallway. Should we make ourselves look like 6 or 8, or should 3 of us hide or be invisible?
Feeling because Lucian could see me scrying. He can probably see if one of us is invisible, or if we're disguised or something.
I feel like
Going
each
to
one
see
of
through
those.
our usual bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like those 9 eyes will flare up at different moments to activate something. I think, didn't you say when you were scrying, an eye lit up and then he turned and could see you?
I can't remember.
Pretty sure
Maybe.
Yes, but if two of you can be, worms or cockroaches, they can't see through that, right?
I think we save our tricks until we know what we need.
Didn't we do that once before and the cockroach was a little on the...
I was a moth.
A moth, yeah, and you weren't super with it, right?
I don't know what you're talking
A
about.
little easily distracted. Maybe not just yet.
All right.
I think you ate a
Remember
curtain.
Wait, what did the stone in the arch say? That had markings? Did we know? Did we figure that out?
What stone?
Oh, I don't think we looked.
Is this
So-
something else?
No, as the entrance to this, you can see there once was solid ice that had just sealed it off and has since been worked away. You saw signs of large chunks of ice and rock being chiseled and broken to expose the entrance that leads further down beneath the surface. But it doesn't look like there are any markings necessarily, or script or writing or glyphs on it. It's just the sign that this was a space that was intentionally dug and excavated to delve within.
That's what that means. That's what I wrote down. That didn't make any sense.
Translated, it says days since last accident.
I mean, Possibly. So, you make your way in?
I guess so.
Yep.
I think we're just going in and having a discussion.
Is it super duper dark?
There is no light inside there.
I'll take out the Star Razor and say, Galasvar, and it'll put out that 20-foot.
As it ignites the air around with bright, divine light, you can see immediately in the first few steps within the entrance. It pincers a little bit, and it looks like it opens up into a smaller chamber, maybe no more than 5 feet within the interior.
I come up right behind Flora and I go, Galasvar. Does it turn it off?
No, unfortunately, the wielder has to say the phrase.
Too bad.
But that is pretty funny.
That's very, very clever, though.
I was just trying to see.
I'm gonna just power up a bolt with the spell. I'll voltaic bolt a spell a bolt, just so it's ready to go.
Okay. How long does it last?
It just says until I use it.
It should be concentration.
Oh, you're totally right. I don't do that.
And how many sets of footprints do we see going into the cave?
A number of sets. There are fresher ones you can see, but there are older ones that come in and out. You know, a lot of people have been through here, and who knows how many sets have been wiped out by the weather and then been left behind in recent times. It's a smattering, but there you do see a number of sets that are at least within the last day or so.
All right.
You want me to scout ahead and check for things, trappies and stuff?
Yeah.
And a marching order would be preferred.
I guess I'll go first.
Okay. First,
Walk in the park.
who else is coming up after Veth?
Nobody for at least 100 feet.
Okay. So,
I'll follow.
If you're going to message Dagon, now's the time.
Dagon, we're 150 feet away.
all right. So, you go ahead and roll a stealth check as you enter into darkness. Do you have dark vision?
I do. My stealth is 25.
Okay. Halflings have dark vision?
Hoo-ha?
Halflings have dark vision?
Ooh,
Not have dark vision.
Let's see here. Racial traits. Is that what it would be?
Yep.
It doesn't say it in racial traits.
Uh-oh.
Do I not have dark vision?
I think you did.
Goblins did.
Yeah.
Not as a halfling.
Whoa! I didn't know they made characters that didn't have dark vision.
Cool.
But like seriously, don't all the characters have dark vision except for humans?
All but 2.
A number of them do, yes. And even dark vision, you still can see in pitch darkness, but it's considered very, very low light, and it's still very limited. So
I can't see shit.
Do you want to borrow my goggles?
Sure, do I have to attune to them?
I don't think so.
What do we know?
about 30 feet away on the precipice of an ice cliff, Dagon's going, my God.
It's been a while since this has been relevant.
Oh, glad I got some pay up front.
You guys got something on your mind?
It's not. It's not.
It's not. I can wear them?
Yeah, you could just put them on. They're just night vision goggles.
All right, give me.
Yeah, but I want them back. But I want them back. But I want them back.
Whoa.
I feel so. Yeah.
Will you acknowledge that you're going to give them back?
Yeah. I got it.
They don't make you look straight. They don't make you cross-eyed.
That's the wall, man. That's the wall.
This is how I do it. All right, let's go.
You
Roll
need
stealth
to go
check.
see an optometrist.
I'm
When
gonna
we get
I got a blessing of the trickster, her.
Wow.
Okay, you got
What the hell?
What?
That is a dainty ring.
It is.
Is that
Lovely.
what is happening right now?
Molly!
All right, blessing of the trickster. Do you have advantage on your stealth check,
I already have.
which you would have already. But now you're blessed by the trickster.
Oh,
So there you
well.
go.
Never mind.
So roll again.
Yes. Sure.
Slightly better than before. 29.
29. Okay. So, as you vanish into shadow, all of you wait for a moment. You make your way inside where it begins to open up slightly. It kind of... You enter a sort of kidney-shaped, slightly curved antechamber of natural rock and ice. It's about 15 feet wide, maybe 25, 30 feet long. And make a perception check for me.
Oh, those are my specialty.
Yeah.
12.
That way.
12. What you do see within this room are signs of an abandoned encampment. Small, but you can see there is an old frayed rope that is partially coiled in the ground and discarded at the side. You see heavy tools that have been, like pickaxes and elements that are used for simple excavation. You see a pile of rags and burlap, it's like sacks and stuff, and two different black soot-marked fire pits in here that currently are just in disuse. But it looks like this was a resting place or a temporary encampment or a rotating encampment for those who are coming to excavate this location. And then the chamber continues on. You can see it goes deeper and deeper and kind of becomes a steady decline into darkness below. And it pincers into about wide enough space for single file travel.
And everyone else is like 30 feet behind me? Or?
Yeah, they're still by the entrance. So like they're about 20, 30 feet.
Let me just go look and see if those fire pits or whatever are recently used.
All right, go make an investigation check for me.
23.
23. Looking at the fire pits, one of them looks like it hasn't been used in a while. One of them looks like the recent ash and soot in there puts it somewhere in the neighborhood of the past week or so. It could be a day ago. It could be a few days ago, okay. But it's relatively recent.
Okay, I'll take some soot from there and just kind of do this, get ready for battle.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'll just message back to the friends. Okay, first room's clear. Nothing here. I'm gonna keep going down. But you come up, and then I'll go down.
Yep.
I don't know how to go.
What was that?
Just like that.
Of all the movies you've seen, did you ever see? That was like Do Re Mi shit in choir.
Okay, let's go. That's what the SWAT teams do.
That was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
OSD is no longer going to take our support.
Okay.
Stop. La.
Serpentine.
Here you go.
All right, I'll continue down.
Okay, you all still staying outside?
No, we're following 30 feet behind.
Meet her where she
Okay.
is.
I'm keeping.
So you follow in after Veth, and you too see this small encampment here with the kind of scattered elements and piles of disused tools and rags and things that lead you to believe that people stayed here at some point. And the tunnel continues on beyond that in a very thin, maybe 6 foot tall, 2.5 foot wide opening that itself looks partially broken into the ice and rock, like it maybe at one point itself was just sealed solid ice.
Can I check to see if there's any markings on the walls, any codes, anything kind of utilizing my thieves'
perception
can't
check.
kind of background? Perception? Okay. No, not good. 8.
8.
That wouldn't be an investigation.
Well, either way, you don't see any markings, you don't see any writing, you don't see any symbols. It looks like this is just simple, bare rock and ice.
Okay. So nothing like directing miners or anything like that, or any of excavation.
Miners or miners?
Oh,
Though
one
that's
second.
miners.
1 second.
Minor.
Yeah.
Can I go up and just put hands on the wall, just kind of like drag fingers across it and just make sure it's actually real?
Yeah. So you work along one side and drag your fingers through, and as it does, you hear kind of the grinding of ice crystals, and then occasionally the slick elements of smoother ice, stone. It's all solid, cold to the fingertips, but thankfully you have gloves.
Before Veth takes off, I apparate Frumpkin and scooch Frumpkin into the hood of your cloak so that he crawls in a bit like a mink stole.
It's warm.
Goes along for the ride. Yeah. Little weightier.
No.
Little more healthy.
Okay.
Can I check the fire pit that has been used to see if there's anything in there other than, ash
Sure, make an investigation check.
I don't know why.
Some old insects you can eat.
Guidance.
Food.
Ooh, just in time.
You get an extra D4.
I do. This would be. Ooh. Okay. Where's my investigation? 15.
15. You see within the ashes that remain here, some of it's wood-based burnt carbon. Some of it is melted fats. It looks like with a lack of nearby timber, the abundance of timber is not available here. So you see there are various different materials that were used to start and maintain a fire.
Okay.
That's what you acquire from that. Beauregard, because you have a super high passive investigation, you also glance over while she's looking at the fire pit, the pile of rags and burlap that rests off to the side. You can see some of it looks like long discarded bedroll elements, and you see what looks like the edge of a boot under it.
They left
Just-
their shoes here.
Does this take your shoes off before we go any further? Does this look like shaped, like there's a body that goes with that boot?
It's a large enough pile where a body could fit under it, but
All right.
Might be a trap.
I'm just gonna look at Veth and go towards the pile of clothes.
You're going, or do you want me to?
I don't know. I'm just
I'm going.
following. I don't know your language.
I'm gonna go there too.
And then we go. I'm gonna.
So
But before I pull anything off, can I poke with my staff?
sure, you poke the boot, and the boot shifts when you poke it.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you bonk? Did you see that?
Not on its own,
Oh,
but when you push it, you push it. It gives.
I want to poke the
The bear.
bear. I want to poke the mound.
Okay. No reaction.
Uncover that
Look
shit.
and see what it is.
You think he's dead?
Take off.
is that another military hand sign? For,
Oh yeah.
For let's dig.
Watch all the. Oh,
Body.
Doggy paddle, doggy paddle.
Doggy paddle.
general sense of tension here.
Pulling back the scattered elements of forgotten and tossed aside material, you uncover indeed a frozen corpse.
Oh, it's frozen.
It appears to be a rather tough-looking drow in heavy leather armor, his face aghast in terror, with trails of frozen blood against his face, heading from his eyes, his ears, his nose, his mouth.
Do we recognize him?
You do not recognize this individual specifically now.
Dynasty type attire?
Indeed, the blade by his side and the armor he's wearing does bear distinctly Kryn Dynasty design.
Can I do a medicine check to see if, obviously this has to be within the last, if it's in the last week or if maybe this is much older?
Make a medicine check for me.
I didn't say it beforehand. Got 24.
24.
Yeah.
Yes, in fact, this body, the elements of it that are currently cold are beginning to freeze over. Let you know that this is probably within the past few days.
Oh. Can I inspect the body? Any special markings? Any eyeball tattoos?
Sure, make an investigation.
Eyeball?
I'm going to kneel down next to her with small flames in each hand and bring it close enough to start heating the
Thawing.
body up. Yeah.
Guidance.
Thank you. This is an investigation check, you said?
Yep.
Fucking shit. Okay. 18.
18. So looking at there are no distinct wounds on the body between both of your checks. It looks like the trauma was internal. And the wounds, or at least the pattern of bleeding is identical to how you found Vestaragna, but you do not see any eye-like markings in the body. Nothing akin to what you found on hers.
I can't remember, when we were in the chamber with Avocado and we got the vision, did our ears bleed? Did our nose bleed with that? Or was it just a bad vision?
It was just a bad vision.
Okay.
The sword next to his body, plain looking. I mean, not plain. It's obviously a Korean sword, but
I mean, it's a well-made,
I'll take it and I'll put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
And searching through his clothes, pockets, any notes, any messages, any ordinances.
The blade left behind remains. Everything else in the body has been taken.
Okay.
Do you want to talk to him?
I don't have that today.
Why would I talk
didn't think it would. Thought we would have trouble today, so I packed for trouble.
That's totally fine. Should we take his head?
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Pull that back out, please.
The sword?
Yeah.
Take out my axe. Is this fucked up?
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh!
You watch as Jester cleaves the head from the drow corpse. It rolls about 3 or 4 feet before coming to rest at your feet.
Why did you do that?
We do now?
No,
we
it's just
desecrate the body?
No, it's just so Medusa's can talk to him later.
Oh, just clue us in first.
Well, we were talking.
we were
I
talking
assumed
I thought
everyone
you
was
had
listening.
snapped and we were going to have to turn on you now.
Hold on. Casting decompose on everything but the head, just to get it going. Whatever the hell is going to grow out here, but
Okay.
Caleb, do something with this sword. What did you want?
Well, he's holding 2 flames, and I shake one out, and then I cast Detect Magic on the sword.
Okay. The sword itself is inert. It is a mundane weapon. It is well made, but it is a normal weapon.
Okay.
does that do? That does a
in?
full radius though to the detect
Correct.
magic. Anything else around that's Chloe?
Nothing else that catches your attention.
No.
Okay.
What about the head that's on my toe?
Can we put
Not
it?
magical, but a little ghastly.
It's frozen. It'll
Take
keep.
it and put it in the bag or something.
Don't we have a bag of colding?
No, that was
Not anymore.
another person.
Yeah.
You do?
Well, this.
Oh, it's okay.
Wait, what is that? That's not the thing that shattered? That's a new thing?
I'll just
What's
new
this
piece.
about?
I'll
You
rub
can
it
put
in.
multiple bodies in it?
takes a minute.
I mean, it can just be the corpse holder, you know?
Sure. I'll just toss him the head.
I put the flames out.
No. We need
not in time. after catching it.
Oh, good.
Okay. I need a moment,
more.
so I need 10 minutes to put this on ice. Ice. Everybody freeze. I'll put down.
I'll go scout ahead while you take your 10 minutes. So,
Okay.
you know.
I'm gonna before you head off. I'm just gonna really quickly give you some resistance, just in case. Tap,
Oh, thank you.
tap resistance.
I'm tapped.
Alrighty. Okay. So, you go to scout ahead, roll a stealth check for me.
Still got for an hour.
Okay.
I always have advantage.
I know, but now you've got it extra. Never mind, I cast guidance
30.
as concentration. Doesn't matter anyway.
30.
Okay, so you continue on ahead.
That's 20 minutes.
You do see, through this space, there's a shift in the ice patterns as the tunnel gets smaller and smaller. The ice seems to take on strange shapes around you, the hanging icicles bending at odd angles, and it almost appears organic at a flash from time to time, giving you the faint sensation like you're stepping deeper and deeper into some massive creature's gullet. It makes you feel a little anxious and nervous, and as the tunnel tightens and tightens, you reach that point rather rapidly where only one person at a time could pass through. You curve around and follow it down at the steady decline. At some points it's slippery, and you kind of have to almost put your hands up to keep yourself going and not begin to slide downward. The slick ice here will continue to be an issue depending on the steepness of the area ahead of you. But as you continue forward and forward down for a good 100 or so feet, it comes to a wall. It ends at just a stone, sheer wall, where you can see there is a crack at the base of it, a little bit to the left. There is a large, heavy crack in the stone that kind of heads from floor to ceiling, and where it meets the edge corner of that stone wall to the floor, there is an opening where a person could probably squeeze through.
Oh, it's that big.
Squeeze through very uncomfortably. We're talking like the descent, having to squeeze
no.
through, and you don't quite know how far in it goes.
Too? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I scritch Frumpkin and sort of say, wow, this would be a good job for you, but I can't command you, so I guess go.
Wow.
Shoot, go in the hole. Go in the hole. Go!
Make an animal handling check. 8. Frumpkin runs through your legs and heads back to the rest of the group.
All right.
Has rabies.
Well, I will. I'll peek through the crack and see if I can see anything. First, I'll check it for traps. I'll check the crack for traps.
You got it.
Don Johnson.
Oh, Don Piano.
23 for traps.
Why my eyes? Yeah.
Internet.
Classic internet. All right. But no, Frumpkin is waiting. Didn't go completely back, but is now just waiting at the edge and kind of like letting you do your thing. Looking around the entrance here, you rolled a 15, you said?
For traps, 23.
For 23 for traps. No traps visible around this.
Then I'll peek my head through the crack and see if I can see anything.
Okay. You glance through, and the stone opening seems to progress for about 5 or 6 more feet. And then you just see darkness beyond that.
No problem.
No problem.
Not a fall at all.
I will take a piece of wire and send a message back. I know that Caleb is otherwise occupied right now, so I will send a message to Caduceus. Mr. Clay.
Oh, yeah.
There's a void. There's a crack and a hole and a void that keeps going forever.
One after the other, or all together at once?
What? Oh, hold on. What?
What?
Oh no.
Caduceus doesn't know how answering machines work.
Hi, it's me again.
Oh,
I can only hear. Hi, I can only hear you after I'm done talking, and then that's it. You get to say one thing, so say it now.
Now.
Okay, great. So there's a void. Should I keep going or should I wait for you? Now talk.
I would wait if there's a void. Void sounds like a lot. You should wait.
What?
Okay.
What's going on?
There's a void in the crack in the wall at the bottom of the sea.
Trying to remember. It was a very confusing message. Oh, there's a void and a crack in a tunnel. That didn't say if it was all together or one at a time, but it's up ahead, and I told her to wait.
Oh, that's probably pretty smart.
Yeah, it seems like the thing to do.
Yeah.
So,
So what's the marching order here?
To meet up with Veth?
Yes.
Oh, right. We're going down the slippery shit.
Yep, one at a time.
I'll go.
All right, so Jester's up first. Who's after Jester?
Do you have lights?
I'll go after Jester.
I can have lights.
Who's after
Take you
Ford?
out.
It's
I'll
pitch
go
black down
Ford.
here, yeah?
All right, Yasha after Ford.
I'll go after Yasha.
Alrighty.
I'll turn on a light too.
Then Bo and Caleb, who's last?
I will not go last.
I'll go last.
Alrighty.
Will.
So, pardon me.
Do we want to rope this, by the way, or no?
As you all carefully make your way down the tunnel, which is a little tighter for the rest of you in comparison to Veth's first go, but you use the walls and you can find little finger holds to get yourself through. Occasionally, one of the icicle handholds like snaps off, and you kind of have to drop it. Elements are fragile. Some elements are actual stone and well solidified in the environment, but nevertheless, it's a little disconcerting, the variations to the topography. Frumpkin is still kind of waiting back from Veth, and you can see Frumpkin's acting a little strange. This is kind of like... hair's kind of standing up a little bit.
I see this now. I mean,
Yeah, as we-
well, I ask him here, what is the matter? What has got you on edge?
You get the sense that Frumpkin just senses strange magical energies, and it's making him uncomfortable.
Okay, go with her. Go with Veth. Go.
Kind of trots up next to Veth. So, you're all now at the end of this tunnel after making your way down the curved and descending slope. Veth, you watch as they all approach, and you see Veth now there at the cracking opening at the bottom of this large wall, and kind of just sitting there looking back at you all.
What's the plan?
I mean, I don't want to volunteer anyone's pet, but it seems like this is a job for a pet.
What can you see?
There's this crack, and through it, about 6 feet later, there's nothing. It could be a fall. It could be gateway to the abyss. It could be just very dark.
Caleb,
Yeah, okay.
can you send like dancing lights down the little hole or something so we can see?
I could do that. We could do either that, or we could send the cat in first to look.
I could put a light spell on the cat's tail.
Ooh.
Well, I really don't feel like we're going to surprise anyone, but perhaps we just let him go take a look.
All
Does he
right.
have dark vision?
Cat? Probably not.
Cats can see in the dark. That seems.
Yeah, they're up the devil. They can see him.
Oh yeah.
Don't piss off the internet, Travis.
This is my domain.
Rely on smell. Perception check on smell doesn't say one way or the other.
I would put light on Frumpkin's tail.
Let's do Frumpkin light
Because
tail.
you can see through Frumpkin, but you can't
don't
see
need-
through the darkness.
Little golden globules float
that'll
up
work
through
too.
the party, and the Fey King returns as he enters the crack in the wall.
All right. So as the globs, one by one, vanish into this small, squeezing tunnel, Frumpkin heads on inside. And you're looking through Frumpkin, you said?
I was about to, yeah. I put my hand behind me and grab onto Bo's shoulder.
Okay. Watching Frumpkin slowly curl through this tunnel, it does come to an abrupt end, and there is about a 3-foot drop into a new chamber. And as the globes slowly begin to drift outward like faintly glowing balloons that kind of illuminate the immediate vicinity, you see a new chamber. Here, you emerge. Well, actually, you wouldn't know that because it's just Frumpkin. Shards of broken stone litter the floor in front of you. You can see smooth shapes that are left jagged and broken. Things have either impacted or just been completely broken, thrown asunder across the floor here. You can see now the floor has a unique, intricately carved decorative patterns that resemble simple geometric fractals. But it is a very, very large chamber just from what little bit of light you have here in the vicinity. You do not see any other walls immediately. You'd probably have to send the light out further and continue to explore.
Yeah.
But as Frumpkin steps down and looks around, you don't see a ceiling yet. You don't see a wall to either side. It's just kind of this weird, broken stone surface before you.
Does it look safe, Caleb?
It's very big in here, and there's stones everywhere. But I need more of a look around. I don't think Frumpkin's too far away. I'd tell him telepathically to hook to the left and start going along the perimeter.
Probably get the ropes out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a big drop? Or was it?
No, he jumped down 3 or 4 feet.
That's it.
Just a little drop. As Frumpkin curves around the left side of the chamber, roughly 15 or so feet later, comes to a corner. And you can see there is what looks to be another wall, though it is a little smoother and the designs are different and a little more disparate comparison to the floor. And also looking to the left, the same pattern that's on the floor is on the wall behind Frumpkin, the wall where you pass through and out of. Heading along that side, Frumpkin heads on for about 50 or so feet, walking the perimeter. You can now see similar designs, similar patterns, but the broken bits of stone also now throw in elements of shattered furniture. You can see what looks to be stone sculptures that themselves are in 7, 8 different pieces, and then hundreds of small bits just thrown around in the vicinity.
Before you go any further, do the patterns mean anything to me? Are they at all resembling dunamantic patterns or anything?
Make an
that I've
Arcana check.
encountered? Yeah. Natural 20.
Ooh,
Okay.
let's go.
The patterns you gather, there's nothing dunamantic about them. There are elements to them that remind you of simple, like rudimentary glyphs. We're talking beginning of school when you're first learning to write, copy, and understand spellcraft. But these are not functional. They're artistic interpretations. They are implicitly made to be decorative.
But related to arcane
yes.
glyphs. So,
Like if you were to see the letter M, but there was so much unique scrolling and design work around the M that it just becomes this beautiful piece of art
yeah,
that is based on an M.
there is a decoration inside that is meant to emulate and embellish and revere the arcane.
That worries me, but okay.
I mean, that tracks.
I mean,
tracks.
it's a magic
Magic
city.
City.
Can we go? Is it safe? Should we go?
I will send him further.
Into a stone just
All
to
right.
make it.
Make a perception check with him.
Oh, 1.
Sometimes it's just about expression and
Yeah.
storytelling.
Why not use paint?
Continuing on for another 50 or 60 feet, comes to another corner. And
Shape
this,
are we talking about?
so you're entering, and there is a wall behind,
So flat.
and a floor, flat.
Flat, okay.
And then eventually, there was a corner here in which the surface area changed, but the wall here and the floor is the same pattern. And then the corner hits here, and there's another edge to it. You can now see the opposite wall about 60 or so feet beyond where you first came into the chamber. And there, the floor pattern continues again on this side.
Okay. All right, looking for other passages out of here, doors,
Indeed.
Above.
And Frumpkin goes around, is seeing nothing.
nothing. Yeah. I think we're going to have to go in. I don't see anything immediately. It looks like ruins, old ruins.
Can we fit through the crack, or is it?
Can, very uncomfortably, but it's doable.
And does there look like any sign that Molly and Co. have been through here? That this is the direction that they went?
You can check the ground if you'd like to. Investigation or perception, your choice.
Why not? Not rolling great at all tonight. 19.
19, still pretty decent. Unfortunately, you don't see anything that specifically says Molly's crew or Molly, but you do see a number of footprints going in and out, some of different ages, some that might have been your groups at this point, since you all kind of been in here waiting. Just can't quite see anything that definitively tells you that. Cool.
All right.
I say we run a rope,
Run a rope?
and you go first. Put a little weight on it so that if somebody gets stuck, they can pull their way through.
Oh, smart.
And then the last person will just take it with them.
Yeah.
Sure. Who's got rope?
Ford.
Give me a rope.
It's 50 feet of rope.
Oh, it's very heavy. 50 feet of rope is like 100 pounds.
It's like 1.5, but yeah, sure. Okay. No, it's heavy. You're right. I'm sorry.
Relates too much to that previous conversation.
All right, I will defy everyone's advice, and I will turn invisible
Okay.
and carry the rope in.
All right. So you squeeze through, and for for Veth, you can get onto like your hands and knees and make your way through without much of an issue, holding the rope as you go invisible. The ones that'll have the biggest issue getting here will be probably Yasha and Caduceus, and even Ford to an extent. It's not a huge challenge, but it does make you feel a little claustrophobic in having to push through this 6-7 foot period where you are having to exhale at certain points to force your body through the next few inches.
God.
But one by one, with the rope's aid, you all eventually make your way into this chamber.
Just getting vague flashbacks to when someone followed us into a place and let us open
we
a
did
thing
all
for
of the
them.
work for them?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They really should make this
Hold on.
bigger. You know what I mean? It's like if
They
they've
should
already
have
made an
carved out a
entrance,
bigger-
they should like carve out a
Yeah,
bigger.
I agree.
This is stupid.
Lazy.
Is there any way we can put an alarm or something on this so we know if someone...
Yeah, we could do that. But I send the 4 globules spiraling slowly up into the room, and I want to get a better picture of the chamber we're in.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Yeah. 20.
Okay, so you can now see that fractal pattern that you recognized along the floor, the wall behind you, the wall on the opposite end, and now the ceiling above you. It continues. And the more disparate pattern and marble-like texture is on the wall to the left and the wall to the right. You do see 2 different openings that exit this chamber. on the opposite wall, and it's fit against the far right side, and it's coming out at an angle, just an opening. And then on the ceiling, you see another similar, like, arched opening that is affixed to where the ceiling and the far right wall meet.
Does it look like we are in a room that's been turned on its side?
That's exactly what it looks like. You also see on the far right wall, there is a large stone circular structure that looks like it's splintered and broken, and numerous pieces of the shattered stonework that you see all across the floor appears to have originated from mostly whatever was once there, whether it be a fountain or an art piece or numerous art pieces. All the things that you see scattered across the floor here that aren't just broken structural pieces of stone and other materials are bits of shale and shattered pottery and elements of wooden furniture that is long either frozen over or left dried and forgotten amongst the rest of the debris. But you do see around the room, beyond just those elements, what you now recognize to be a sideways doorway on the opposite wall, and then one in the ceiling.
How high up is that ceiling?
Roughly 45 feet.
Okay.
Can we get any type of idea of what this room once was?
Make an intelligence check.
Guidance.
I'm rolling horribly. 9.
9. It's hard to tell. I mean, based on the size of it, it's not incredibly massive, but where it would be, the ceiling would be high. It seems to be well decorated, and there's intricacy to the interior, so whatever it was used for, there was definitely it was intentionally aesthetically pleasing.
What kind of furniture is still left unbroken or recognizable, other than a couple chairs?
It looks like splintered elements of a table or a bench of some kind. There's not a lot of wood. Most of it's stone or, like, clay.
The two exits in the room, the foot traffic that we've been seeing outside of this room, majority of it heading to either of those two exits?
You can go ahead and check if you'd like.
I'd like to.
Make an investigation check for me. The room is still cold. It's not as cold as the previous entrance in the exterior of this, but the interior of this chamber itself, while you do see an element of ice in some places, it seems to have gotten warmer since you've entered.
There's a stone table.
25 on the foot traffic.
There are elements of a broken stone table in like 17 different pieces.
I'd like to find a couple pieces, not touch them, but I want to look to see if they're stained at all or off color.
Okay.
I have a hunch.
Okay. While you're doing that, you rolled a what?
25.
25. You're hard-pressed to find specific footprints since there is no dirt or sediment here, but you see some patterns of movement through the debris where plainly things that should have been left undisturbed have been moved. It's hard to tell exactly which ones have been most recently turned, but there has been traffic to the previous doorway and back, as well as some areas where you can see a lot of the local debris has been broken into smaller pieces from an impact from above. So there's been traffic to both.
Okay.
Just levitate up, right?
I can levitate up if you want.
With like a rope and hook it on, and we can all climb up.
Sure, should we check the one that we can see down here first?
Can I
That one seems more interesting.
Sorry, go.
I agree. 100%. By the way, I'm over here.
Nothing stained that you can tell. The stone chunks that you can find have themselves intricate carvings, not quite as intricate as like the walls that you see around here, and of a different design. It's more just for aesthetics, grooves, and
No weird stains or anything. No sign that anything weird was used on
Shine
the.
a black light on.
not to that degree that you can discover. No.
Can I, this is so stupid,
agree.
but I'm gonna go over and,
Play your-
does my foot stick to the floor of the wall? Like,
Spider-Man?
like, maybe we can, if we, maybe
Trying to
Yeah.
accept
we
in
can
this?
start
Why not?
walking.
Grab it.
Yeah,
Roll
maybe it's like a
orientation.
Good shot. So you walk over, put your foot on the wall, and then go to lift your other foot, and there's no purchase there. You kind of like catch yourself. It's a good idea, but
That'd have been
Yeah, that would have been dope.
gangbusters.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
All right, so help me out on the layout of this room. So we're in a room that looks like it was turned on its side.
Correct.
The wall behind us, 2 on
Which
our
is
left.
the
It's a-
ceiling. The
yeah,
wall
it's-
behind us is the ceiling.
a mostly cube-looking chamber on its side. You have an entrance across the way and an entrance above.
Okay, so 1 in front of us and 1 above us.
Correct.
I feel like the one above us is the way to go.
To the back and to the left and the right are just flat walls.
Correct.
And the doorway that's level, relatively level with us, is sealed or open?
It's open. They're both archways
Yeah.
on the sides. They're just open. There's no door.
So the upstairs one would theoretically be the one that was going down, maybe, right?
No, I think
No?
it went.
Or
I think it
like-
went like this.
It was like this, so it would go. I don't know.
They both would have been leveled, right? Like, so if this was here,
Yeah.
and then the room is now like this.
One door is lying down.
So it's just a
and one is on the
horizontal
ceiling.
doorway in
And
front
the
of
hole
us.
that we
Yes.
crawled in
Yes,
from
yes,
is
yes,
in the
yes, yes.
ceiling?
It's on the wall behind you, just a
Behind-
few
no.
feet. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't intentionally.
No, I'm walking over to the one that is lying on its side, just
Goddamn
because that's
hamster
easy,
cage.
and I'm going to peer into whatever is next.
Okay, it's about, this one that you see is about 10 feet off the ground, so you would have to climb up a little bit to look through it.
Or,
you me to lift you up?
send the
Yeah.
Are you guys talking
Cat.
about floor ceiling or the ceiling?
I lift
above?
Caleb up on my shoulder.
All right, I'm on top of Jester's shoulders, so
I'm
walk
pushing
me
him up so
over.
that he can look through the doorway.
Okay.
Easy does it.
All right, so as you both kind of make your way over to the edge, you lock your arms onto the outer rim of this archway and pull yourself and look in. There is no light in the next chamber. If you'd like to move your globules
Oh yeah,
in there as
I'll
well.
bring the globule. Oh, I grab hold of Jester's horns
Ow!
and bring the globules over.
More sensitive than you think.
Brum, brum.
Moped.
leader.
All right.
A leader of the pack.
Okay. So, looking into this next area,
Song.
there's a brief hallway that continues on that is broken and shifted. So whatever this chamber you're in right now,
Yeah.
it looks like it dislodged and is at a different angle than the next chamber ahead of you.
Interesting.
The next one looks to be mostly righted, but it still kind of begins to go to a decline. It's like an odd angle and downward.
Okay, and any doors or archways of any kind along its path, or
Make a perception check.
disappears into darkness?
Nope.
That is 25.
25, dang. All right, looking in, this is a larger chamber. As the globules make their way in, you immediately can see the glittering around you of numerous ice crystals. Everywhere, the floor, the wall, the ceilings. The temperature is much colder in this room. And you can see along all surfaces, it is just a coating of ice. You can see some elements of jagged rising crystal that has just been building up over time. Some small, actually the entire ceiling as you look up itself is covered in icicles. It looks almost like just row after row after row of teeth as they all kind of ominously make their way down from this high ceiling. Glancing inside, you can see what looks to be 4 like stone braziers almost, like 5 feet tall, that kind of sit in the middle of the chamber. And then as it slides down to the very, very bottom of the opposite edge, as you will the lights to make their way further in, you can see what looks to be a set of double doors in the opposite end. Different coloration, but also themselves glittering a little bit from the nearby light with, it looks like ice that has coated the vicinity.
Okay, so long icy path, lots of icicles coming down,
Yeah.
4 stone braziers in the center, and then it keeps slanting downward to
Correct.
sealed double doors.
Do you see footprints, Caleb?
Do I see footprints? Is a great question. With
From your angle here, looking up into the tunnel, you're not. You'd have to get closer to really inspect the floor. You don't see anything
Well,
at this distance.
I just wanted to take a peek in here. Maybe we want to figure out, Ford, you were poking around underneath the hole in the ceiling?
The wall door.
The wall door? The wall door.
Which one is that?
The one in the
The other
ceiling.
one.
The
The
doorway
one that's not this.
that is in
The one
ceiling.
that's 40 feet in the air?
No. Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So we could go in here, but you seemed interested in the one above us. So maybe we want
I was just generally interested in the structure of this fucking hamster cage. I'm just trying to get my bearings.
Well, I think we should take a peek into both and make our decision after we've peeked into both. So I relay everything that I just saw. But let's work on the harder to reach.
Can you float up, Beth?
I could. Is that... Yes, I can. Anyone else prefer to?
That would use a spell.
Yeah, it's okay.
I could also use
What
my
they're for.
boots if you don't want to go
Oh.
alone.
If you can do that without using a spell slot. Yeah, sure.
I can.
We'll
Take-
keep the
take
end
the
of the
rope.
rope, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Is this a
Just use your boots
situation
to lift. Okay.
where my
Cool.
third movement would be used
I can only do it once a
to
day.
run up a
Oh,
wall?
okay.
Oh, I didn't need to do
My walls in water?
Technically, the door would
For your
be...
movement,
My
it would-
unarmored
wait, I
movement
could-
that I have as a monk?
it's unfortunately because the doorway is not flush against the wall; it's flush against the ceiling. You would run up the wall and then have no way of running across
keep
the
going?
ceiling to
Yeah,
get there.
yeah,
The way
yeah.
that gravity and
Didn't
physics
know if there
work.
was like a chandelier for me to swing on, go full
Not really,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Once there's a rope, though, you can...
That's true. So what's doing what? Who's doing what?
I take the rope from Caduceus
Hey.
and say, "Look at me, I'm Yasha." And I use the boots of the Stormrider boots to launch myself up through the hole.
Okay,
door.
how far can it take you?
Oh, very far. 90 feet.
Yeah. So you guys watch as Caleb, like an electric rocket, suddenly just takes off. There's a circle of dust that goes poof around the base, kind of clearing out. A lot of the shards of nearby rock and shale just kind of shoot out from the sides, leaving this little circle of cleaned floor beneath him.
You're much
As you rocket
taller
upward,
than that.
Coming through.
Oh, thanks.
Zoosh, it's about 40 or so feet up. You go
know if
through
we
and then
can
quickly
compare.
realize the next ceiling is shorter. It's only about 25 feet.
I'm in control of distance.
Correct.
It's not 90 feet splat.
Right, no, I know.
Okay.
I'm letting you know. Like
That'd
you,
be cool.
you realize you realize as you go upward to kind of slow, and you would have to kind of arc a little bit so you don't plummet back through the entrance you came
Yeah.
with. So you do so. You land with a bit of a heavy hit, kind of catch yourself on your knees, and look within the surrounding chamber around you. It is dark up in here. You wait a moment to go ahead and bring the lights up.
Up in here. Sorry.
Up in here.
You are met with a partially collapsed chamber, about 60 or so feet from side to side, and then 30 feet wide across, and only about 25 feet above. It looks like what would have been a wall or a ceiling here has collapsed in at an angle, and a majority of this room is under rubble on the opposite side. It would have been larger, but now much of it is just under debris. Large 10, 15, 20-foot slabs of stone are partially broken and over and blocking any sort of other exit on the opposite side of the room. And if you look behind you on the other end, you can see other elements of broken stone and other pieces of furniture. Actually, more furniture in here than there was in the room you just came from. But also similarly shattered and sent scattered all across the ground. This room also does contain a similar glitter of just a general sheet of ice over everything. And as you kind of exhale a bit in the low light and your breath clouds around you, you can see there's like odd striations in some of the ice in certain edges. And there are a lot of these tall stalagmites that seem to have risen up and gathered from stalactites that are reaching down and haven't quite connected in the middle in certain places. But some of these are extremely long.
Have some
12
net in the middle?
I would say maybe 2 of them, but many have just like haven't found enough moisture at a certain point.
So I will find a column of ice, the thickest I can find, to start tying the rope tight so that the others can climb up. And while I'm doing that, I'm looking around for any possible exit out of this chamber that I'm in.
You guys watch as the rope gets pulled up, and then you get the signal that it's been tied taut. And who's going to climb up first?
Hurry up, slow pokes.
Is this the way we want to go?
yeah, I'll go.
We're doing this?
Are we going this way?
All right, so Ford's climbing up. Make a perception check while you're doing that.
Perception check, that is 15.
15, okay. You do not see any signs of exits or egress from this chamber. That odd striation once again kind of catches your eye, and you look to the edges of these kind of icy corners, and it looks textured, almost like some sort of material. Some pattern material is heavily bundled in some of these kind of corner regions.
Underneath the ice?
Not within ice, but hidden below it, like it was part of this chamber to begin with?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Detect magic.
You get up.
Is that a SWAT team signal, Travis, that you were
Just
doing?
climbing a rope.
Oh, cool.
Go.
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 So detecting magic, you do not get any specific magical auras localized around you, but there is like a general film in the air in general. There's just a faint, ever-present magical aura that fills all space around you.
And it's making patterns in the ice, almost like when you put a speaker next to water. Is it that type of a thing where you can almost see the...
At the distance where he is right now, towards the entrance, that's kind of what it looks like, but it's still kind of low light.
Oh,
and
sorry.
Those are at the far edges of the chamber.
What do you see?
Milk the cow.
Milk the cow? Milk the cow?
There you go.
I'm
Right.
up there.
All right.
I'm going to wait till everyone's up.
Going
I'm
up.
not
Are we
gonna
all
poke at
going up?
anything.
Yeah, okay.
We're not
We'll
gonna
all,
do
we,
the
we
other-
all fit in here?
Yeah, you'd all fit in here.
Okay. Is it like being in an attic?
Certain edges, because it is a kind of a slanted ceiling and it's partial collapse, and the chamber is, because of that, smaller than it was originally built to be. But you all fit in here with various levels of comfort. And the floor, since it is a lot of broken rock, you can't all be like clustered together in one spot. You kind of have to separate out a little bit and make your way into a more kind of open pocket to feel comfortable.
Are we going this way, or are we just checking it out?
I'm looking around, seeing
We
if
can
there's
decide.
anything weird.
You were poking about, and it looked like there was movement beneath this archway in this ceiling. Is what Matt told you.
He did?
Yeah.
Movement?
Movement?
No. Earlier, people asked if we could tell where people had been, and you had described that
Oh, I
it
see.
looked like
There
there
were-
was scattered stuff
Correct.
underneath the whole.
Yeah, signs of individuals dropping down from above.
Yeah, can we
Dropping-
see an exit
yeah.
in this room? Any kind of like cracks like there was in that stone that we all...
Right. If you'd like to follow up, make a perception check as well.
Yeah, I'll assist you.
Guidance!
Wow.
Oh, natural 20!
Nice.
Never mind, we're good.
Good dance.
Glancing around, you don't yet see what looks to be another opening, crack, tunnel. This chamber seems to be, through its collapse, for the most part, locked off. But you do catch that same kind of striated bunches beneath the ice in the corners, and it reminds you of like finely wound silk. And you look past some of the tall stalagmites, some clear, some kind of clouded with imperfections in the moisture that have gathered with other elements that may have been brought forth or just gradually dripped through the ceiling with the water that gathered and froze over. And you see some look almost like they're attached at odd angles, like tall, angled limbs.
Are spiders?
And you see what looks to be a, up until this point, very well hidden, mostly translucent and white arachnid beast. About 12 feet from side to side.
What?
12?
Under the ice or...
Out, just hiding on the ice.
Just clustered in between all the stalagmites in the corner.
We're in a
like-
hive. We're in a nest.
We're in the
Like just
spider nest.
watching us?
Yeah,
Just watching.
wasn't people jumping down from here.
It was spider.
Should
Yeah,
we-
but
should
should
we
we
make our
go?
way
We
out?
should go,
Yeah.
right?
Just pretend like you didn't see it. Just pretend and just, oh, there's nothing in here. Perhaps we should head out now. Such a boring room.
I don't want to fight this thing in here, so why don't we move really fast so we can fight it down there?
Go.
We go down.
One by one, you all begin to descend the rope.
I'll go last so I can... No, what am I
No,
doing?
Zoe,
Go
go
last so you
I'll
can
go
jump
last.
out.
I'll go last.
Okay. So
Grab
as
the
you
rope.
all begin rushing down, you keep an eye over at it. Doesn't appear to be moving or reacting to any of
Just
you.
staring at it the whole time. Untie the rope.
Yep.
Jump down.
Okay.
Is there a way to seal that off?
I have stone shape prepared. I could try to
Yeah.
do that.
It's not a
Why don't
bad
we just keep
idea.
going through the other door?
It
There is
didn't
no
look
other
like
door
it-
up
it
there.
didn't come after us.
Yeah, why didn't it come
was
after
weird.
us?
What's wrong with us?
Did it
Did
look
we
like
not?
it was looking at us?
You watched it for the time that you noticed it, and before the fear, it didn't seem to react or move. It was just kind of facing loosely your direction, hunched there in the back corner.
Still.
Was it alive?
It didn't move.
Maybe it was some sort of ice automaton, or maybe it was not. Maybe it was dormant.
Maybe it doesn't eat things unless they fall into its web.
And did we saw those striations and other ice cube or icicles other than just up there, correct?
No, that's the first two you've seen.
That was the first we'd seen them.
But we haven't seen a web, right? No webs?
No.
Just frozen webs.
Have we seen frozen webs?
That's what those things were.
Frozen egg sacs, maybe?
Tightly wound.
Silk. Right. There you go.
But like, it seemed like some of the ice. Oh no, the icicles, the bent icicles were like the limbs of.
Were the limbs of the spider.
Well,
Why didn't it come after us?
Maybe it was nice. Maybe it was friendly and just lonely.
Yeah, maybe we just didn't attack it, so it's fine.
Yeah, but it wasn't moving.
Let's check out the other room.
Yeah! Let's do that.
With eyes on our 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, I'm just going to walk backwards while we walked that direction.
Okay, keeping an
My eyes
eye
on
up
See
there.
See if it follows.
Okay. Just keeping an eye out. You all make your way towards the other exit of the chamber where you had previously looked for. Okay.
Think I should seal it?
be prepared to
Feel it?
seal something.
Seal it.
12 feet across.
It's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
People. I guess we'll go into the other chamber.
Well, what, should we seal it? Can you just seal it that easy, 40
I
feet
don't know.
in the air?
Look, I don't use this spell very often.
Yeah, take a quick gander, because that could be, smart.
I'll climb into the other chamber while she's sealing.
You get snatched by the
Okay.
other fucking...
Is the doorway big enough for the spider to get out of?
You didn't get quite a look at the entire spider's body. It's possible.
Probably spiders can crawl through
they-
little spots.
Yeah, that's fair.
They can get weird with their legs.
What's it say?
You know?
Yeah.
I have to touch it.
To touch the
So I have to
stone.
get up there and touch it in order to shape the stone.
And then what happens? Can you close off a doorway, like an archway?
Put on a shirt.
I can
Spider
touch a
show up.
stone
Does that mean logic is good?
no more than 5 feet in any dimension
Logic here.
and form it into any shape that suits my purpose.
So 5 feet in any dimension.
5 feet in any dimension, so I could.
The archway is like 2 people wide.
No, was it that big?
The archway was about, let's say about 8 foot tall in its actual size and about 6 feet wide. So it would be about the size to let comfortably a person or 2 people walk through, yeah.
So I could seal it to where there was only like a foot of space in the doorway.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be able to fit through still. I don't know.
Does it cost a
Foot
valuable
is
spell
not a
for
lot
you?
of-
Do you want to
not
do
a
it?
lot of
anyway?
room.
Huh?
It's a spell, but I can try it. But I have to
level
be up
spell?
40 feet in the I
What
can't
level
get up
spell?
there. 4th.
I cast fly on you.
But now you use the spell 4th? I fly up.
So Jester, you now, for the, how long does it last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes you can fly. As long as he maintains concentration.
Yeah, the sword pulses, and you go up.
Beautiful. Thanks, 4th.
Without issue, you float up to the entrance, and what faint, since the light has been removed, it's just kind of a dark, lightless interior of the upper chamber.
Do you want some? Yeah. I send up 2.
Okay. I'm gonna touch the side of the doorway so I can shape it and try to block off the doorway as much as possible.
Okay, and so as you kind of begin to press against it with your hand, much like it's wettened clay, you watch as this detailed ceiling, this extremely carefully carved, artistic Aeorian wall becomes shaped like a kindergartner's mug they made for their adult
Paper mache.
to cover the majority of this entrance, but functionally seems to be blocking the majority of it.
Are you talking nicely to the spider while you're doing this?
Yep.
Okay.
Stay in there. Go to sleep. Little spider. Don't come and attack us.
All right, once you complete that,
I just kind of fly around as long as I can.
In the time that she's taking to do that, I ask Yasha for a hand up into the doorway, the other doorway.
Yeah.
It's like 10 feet up.
Okay.
And if she hoists me up, I'm going to try to climb myself up into that area.
Okay.
And ritually cast alarm. I'm going to pull silver thread along the length of it, so
Okay.
that I can know if anything is coming behind us.
You've got it. And Veth, you've already climbed your way up there, you said?
I don't know which door he's talking about.
The only other door.
The floor ceiling door.
Cool. Yeah, that's the one I'm going into.
Yeah.
Technically, it's the floor wall door, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Semantics.
no, it's actual layout.
Whatever.
Agree to disagree.
Potato, potato.
Guys, we broke the fourth wall years ago.
Boo.
Get out.
All right, I will.
Oh no, he's leaving! I have that kind of power! Wow.
Do not empower him. It's too much to give him.
Get out!
He's like, I have to pee anyway.
No.
Oh, that doesn't work.
No.
All right, so. Okay.
Yeah.
Took the opportunity to go pee, I think.
He had to pee.
I respect that. I respect that. So, Veth, as you're the first to climb in there, with a little bit of light that's beginning to peek inward, you get up over this entryway and you see that hall where it's broken and shifted to the side. It's now this kind of almost triangular shaped space that you would have to peer through and step. And as you get to that point, you can see where the jagged stone meeting part itself has been disjointed and kind of shifted to the side. But it is still large enough for a person to go through, roughly one, maybe two small figures at a time.
So not a Caduceus size?
One Caduceus.
One Caduceus.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Two boats.
float down with my ability to fly and land softly next to that. And then I'll like lean over the side and try to hoist everybody else up.
Okay.
Help everybody.
You all eventually make your way back up into this odd joint portion of the hall. Looking into the next chamber, the one that Caleb had already seen once, the decline is steeper than his perspective allowed him to really see. It's probably not quite a 45-degree angle downward, but it's pushing about 35.
And it's smooth? It's like a hall?
No, it's not smooth. Elements of it are smoother than others, and there are some where you can see rocky shapes that have ice sheets over it that are fairly smooth, but some of it's broken rock too and broken ice. But regardless, it is slick and it is precarious.
We don't want to hit anything as we potentially slide out of control.
Grab the rope and I hand it to Jester.
Yeah, she can fly through.
Perfect.
Let's figure out a way of...
Yes. Do I still have the ability to fly? Probably.
10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Make good
Okay.
use of it.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have maybe a couple more minutes of it left, yeah.
Okay, I'll lift up and fly down and land at the bottom.
Okay.
Is there anything to hook the rope onto, or is it just me holding onto it?
It's just you holding on to it at the moment. The room is freezing cold. The temperature significantly dropped when you stepped through the threshold, and now looking inside this chamber as you fly through with the light granted by Caleb's orbs, you can see it's beautiful. The ice crystals refract the light in hundreds of thousands of different facets, like a room of diamonds surrounding you. And as you kind of coast through holding the rope, you get to the opposite side. How long is the rope that was given? 50 feet?
50 feet.
You cannot get to the rope is not long enough to reach the other
We
side
have
of
a
the chamber.
second to double up the rope.
I do. Here, I pull out my rope, toss it to Caduceus so I can tie the end.
Do a knot.
Okay.
Knot and a knot and should... Yeah.
Got it. That puts you at your final minute of your fly, just so you
Okay.
know. But you head back, fly to the opposite side, and you see there are the double doors. And as you get there, there's no handle. There's no knob. There's nothing to grab the doors with. They're just there. And you can see a thick sheet of ice that is slowly built around the edges of them that kind of fill the gaps from where the rest of the stone walls currently would meet with this door.
I'm gonna pull my little mittens up over my hands and touch the doorway. Does it feel like there's anything, like, is it safe to like lean on and brace myself against the door like it's just a wall?
You touch it and it's very cold, but it doesn't react in any unexpected way.
All right, I'm just going to stand here and brace on the wall and hold the rope as tight as I can for everybody so they can descend as slowly as possible.
Okay, who's going first?
Before we descend, Can I get to the threshold of this door that we're in?
Yes.
Kind of step out into the main chamber and then step back in. Is the temperature difference noticeable by the threshold?
It's not like you're stepping into another room and it immediately shifts. It's gradual.
Okay.
In that little in-between area, but it is noticeable.
It's like,
But
is
it
it
is-
like when you step into the frozen room at Costco, like where they
Yeah.
get the milk.
It's like that.
Like the ice ball at Wii Spa? Remember the ice room?
Oh,
Yeah.
slide down the rope.
Okay.
It's really beautiful.
So it is who going down the rope then? If we already have.
Caleb.
Yeah. Caleb.
Do we need to set a thread in case Ice Spider finds a way?
He did. Caleb said
did
that.
that, yeah.
Caleb-
Spider's sealed up.
Are you going one at a time, or are you guys
We
going with
think-
a distance between each other?
I think one at a time would be the way to
think
go.
so too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
plus
do
I'm
too.
holding it, so I don't know if
Okay.
I can support more than like one person.
So Caleb makes his way down.
It's like
the
water
base.
slide rules.
Who's next?
Yeah.
One kid at a time.
I'll go next.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caduceus heads down. About halfway down the rope, the temperature noticeably gets even colder. You find yourself like your teeth chittering against your jaw, and you feel kind of this numbness beginning to hit the outside of your skin by just the sheer drop in temperature. You, because you have a very high passive perception, glance around, and from the cavalcade of teeth-like icicles above you, you see this strange, pulsing, faint blue light that has a number of crystal-like ice protrusions just kind of floating around it, like a small orb of jagged jewelry just kind of hovering towards you with this faint mist kind of
That's the
drifting
thing.
off of it.
That's a thing. There's a thing, and wow, this is how. Yep.
You guys hear him say this and look up,
Yeah.
and you see maybe a half dozen or more of these all descending from the ceiling towards
Uh-oh.
Caduceus.
Oh, they're all coming towards us.
Oh.
Oh, I think they're elementals. Oh,
So-
I think they're ice elementals.
What?
Let's go ahead and get out the battle.
Oh no!
Oh my God! What's happening?
No.
Oh, and it's like an incline,
I
so
don't
you
know
can't
what's
stand on
happening,
the.
but whatever it is sponsored by Dwarven Forge's illuminated hellscape terrain featuring glowing magma rivers is available at their web store. Check it out at dwarvenforge.com.
Oh, we got a slant going on.
Oh, this is
like
so
it.
cool!
A raked
So bad.
stage?
It is totally a rake
Yeah.
stage.
Yep.
All this means we can call downstage and upstage.
Yeah.
The rest of you are all up.
Or we could, if we were.
Ashley, get out
You
of
know.
Get out.
I'm gonna be downstage. Downstage, right?
I will
You gotta figure
say-
out our order.
Can I please interstage left? It's closer to my dressing room.
And I, Medea.
Oh my god.
I love your movies. Tyler Perry movies.
Why did I not load this? Of course.
Okay. So I don't have like a piece of cord I was going to use to set the rope-like protrusion here.
Uh-oh.
What I can do is
damn it.
use this power cord to
What?
make it work. Why not? Little iPad cord.
But won't your iPad?
Nope, it's good. There we go.
Amazing.
Mostly works.
Amazing map and an iPhone charger.
I know. I know you guys are going to be putting a rope through here when I set it up. It's fine.
I love it.
Are those cauldrons?
He mentioned there being
No, I thought it was a narrower.
Razors.
I thought it was
Oh.
like a hallway. I didn't realize it was a
Razors.
full room. That's.
Oh. Okay.
Equal size. So, if I could everyone roll initiative for me,
Oh my
please.
god.
Yeah, brazers.
Okay.
Guidance.
All right, so 25 to 20.
20.
20? All right.
Tick,
20 to 15.
Heist music.
15.
It's pretty dope.
Man.
Bye. Get out of here.
15 to 10.
13.
11.
Ugh. I haven't rolled above a 10 this whole game.
Switch your dice.
10 to 5.
9.
9.
Okay.
Oh.
Beth and
And
the rest?
4.
Oh.
And all form the head.
Your.
Okay.
Pure.
So you see about half dozen of these entities floating down towards Caduceus.
Half dozen. Ouch.
Jeez,
So they're
look.
about here.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Oh,
Caduceus's
cool
edge, and you see
though.
numerous other ones floating above. I'll go ahead and get a few placement markings here. You can see where they are.
I see.
How high is the ceiling from the floor?
It's roughly 20 or so feet.
20 feet. Okay.
Oh boy. How do you fight ice?
With a ring of
Fire?
fire resistance.
How do you
Yeah.
problem like ice crystal?
Oh no.
Apparently, there's a lava river at some point in time, somewhere in the
All right.
world.
Jester, you're up first.
Okay. Since I'm stuck at the base, I'm going to invoke duplicity as my action.
Alrighty, where are you placing her?
I'm gonna place her close to Caduceus.
Like, all right, so you're
We light
here.
these braziers.
She's gonna kind of stand in the middle. Yeah.
Here? What's the range you can cast on? 30, 60?
Meant to. Somehow I forgot.
Invoke duplicity 30 feet of me.
We're still carried over from the last game, too.
So you can do here. Like either right next to him there or right here.
That sounds good. Right there is good.
Okay, you got it.
It's a bitch.
The basic spell for
And man,
What is it? What, Sacred Flame?
No, it's a
the only other thing I can do right now is
half damage.
it's dumb.
He's
Like a
dumb.
resistance?
Kicking myself.
He's dumb.
None of my spells are bonus. I can cast spiritual weapon
Okay.
at the. I'll just do it at second level.
At second level, where are you placing it?
Right wherever I can hit one of them.
I'll say
Yeah,
right
sure, right there.
there. Okay,
And I'm gonna try to swing at it with my spiritual weapon.
go for it.
That's a 21.
21 definitely hits.
Okay.
Have we tried talking to them?
Diplomacy first. Diplomacy first.
7 plus 5 is
12.
12.
12 points of damage to that fellow there. As it cracks. And it does radiant damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay. It hits the ice and you watch the crystals kind of like to the side, kind of scramble from the impact and reform without issue. So, that finish your turn? Okay. Now they go.
God damn it.
Now they go. Uh-oh.
That's
This one flies down to there. Very well. This one goes to here.
just put ice as the enemy in the
This
initiative
one
order.
goes to here.
Oh my god.
They are
Didn't hit the
drawn
two of you.
to the warmth. This one.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Must have been your head cresting a height.
Cold-hearted snake.
And you watch
Into
as
his eyes.
from above you, as you're all focusing on Caduceus, one heads towards you, and 3 more drift down.
Oh man, there's a lot of them.
Oh,
They're drawn.
They did.
You guys are in trouble.
Uh-oh.
As soon as they begin to swarm, the air around you becomes sub-zero freezing.
gulp.
Immediately, your skin begins to grow numb from the proximity of these strange, elemental-like spirits. We're gonna have right here. All of those are gonna be attacking. Actually, those 4 are gonna be attacking Caduceus, and then there's 3 are attacking Caduceus, and 2 are attacking your
Duplicate?
duplicate.
Thank God.
It does not give off warmth, so no, they're all going after Caduceus. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Damn it.
Good try, but looking at that
All going
logistics
after
there.
Caduceus? Is that what he just said?
4, 5. Are there 5 of them or 4 of them going after Caduceus?
5 of them going after Caduceus.
We want to fight Molly and Caduceus.
Yeah.
Or like a healing spell, right? Like 1?
I did.
Okay.
22 to hit?
22 to hit definitely hits.
I
So
brought
understanding.
Caduceus. I brought multiple ones today.
My God. I did not bring the spell I meant to.
You take 20 points of cold damage, and your movement is halved.
Whoa.
The next one.
Oh no.
That's
Wait,
a
that was 1?
That was 1. 14,
Misses.
13,
Misses.
24.
Hits.
That is 17 points of cold damage.
Oh.
And that is a 12.
Misses.
Misses.
Ow.
So as they all swarm in, you feel the heat in your body being almost siphoned out, the cold itself beginning to oppress you, and already at the edges of your face, at your eyes, at any point of moisture in your body, you could feel them beginning to freeze and crystallize and harden in the proximity. There are now 2 attacking you, Jester. That is going to be a 24.
Yeah.
You take 27 points of cold damage.
Halved.
Halved to 13, and your movement is halved until the end of your next turn. The other one against you, that's a 25.
Weird question. If one of them missed, would I be able to bounce it off the shield?
You would have. These are attacks on you.
Oh, is it okay to do that then? I know that I should have called that.
It's still during their turn, so we'll do that in a second. I'll resolve this.
Sure.
The other hit hits you for 26 points of cold damage, reduced to 13.
Wow. 26. Are these considered melee hits or like spell attacks?
They're considered attacks.
Okay.
There's something about their essence that kind of reaches out to you and draws the heat from.
Wow.
It's not okay. It's not a melee attack. No.
It is considered a melee attack.
Okay. Cool.
Oh boy.
And 2 against you, Caleb.
Good.
18.
Shield.
Shield. As it tries to reach out with its energy, the shield protects it and cuts off that element of its reach. The other one is a 20, which
down to 15 still hits.
Still hits at a 20, yeah.
Yeah.
So you take 15 points of cold damage, and your movement is halved.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Tonight's forecast.
Fireball.
If it's one of the ones that missed, I'd love to try and hit the one that already got hit by the lollipop.
I'll allow it, yeah.
All right.
Chill out.
So
Let's kick some ice.
that's strength saving throw. And 6.
Tonight's forecast.
15 points of force damage.
It's cold.
Okay, it definitely takes the damage. It fails at save miserably.
20 feet back.
20 feet?
Revenge is a
Yep,
dish.
directly away.
Served cold.
That's not gold.
So as it dodges, you bring the shield up, and you guys hear this loud impact cracking sound as this wave of force energy blasts one of these elemental creatures backward, and you see it gets jammed off and then catches itself in the air, and slowly the crystals begin to spin around it once more.
Is that the same one that I hit with the spiritual
is,
weapon?
yes.
Okay.
All right.
Does it
now,
look damaged at all, or?
It looks damaged. Yeah.
Okay.
That brings us now to Yasha's turn. Bo, you're on deck.
Okay,
Have gone. 1.
so I will make my way into the room.
Okay.
How much of this do you think I have seen? Where,
You-
is the opening pretty big?
You are right towards the opening here, which is about 10 feet wide-ish. And you have a clear view of all these things swarming in on Caduceus in the middle, and in the distance, Caleb. You have the globules of light throughout the chamber from Caleb, so you have kind of a clear view.
Okay, so I will make my way in to the closest, making my way into, this cold room. It's so cold. So I'll go to the, whichever one is closest.
That'd be the one right across you towards Caduceus there.
Great.
It's okay. Are you going carefully for half movement? Because it is slick, or are you going full bore?
Yeah, I mean, might as well go full bore.
All right, make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Yeah, okay.
Raging.
Yes, I am raging.
So as you rage, you go running across the ice.
Roger.
Thank you.
You do have advantage on it because you are barbarian. So
Okay. Ooh, that's a 1. That's not much better. Okay, so, 7.
7. You go raging and charging towards Caduceus, and as you do, you pass an area of slick ice, and your feet out from under you. You slam and fall prone on your back and slide
Oh, all the way down.
to the bottom of the chamber.
Can I kick it on the way there?
Can I
since
kick
I
it?
landed.
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
I'll say you can take your attack on the way if you'd like, but you're still prone. You could use, I'll say about half your movement, so you would not be able to move past this if you get back up.
Damn it, Marshall.
Or you can take the attack as you go, but it'll be a disadvantage because you're prone during the attack as you're sliding.
Tilt.
Okay. I want to try to get up. I'm gonna get up. I have to get up.
Okay. Now as you get up, frost has gathered around you as you tore through a number of their frozen auras.
Oh.
You take
Uh-oh. Brrr!
16 points of ice damage.
Okay.
As you just coast through a bunch of their freezing auras and flash frost just begins to burn into your skin. But you stand up and you're there now at the bottom right next to Caleb. 4 of them.
Okay, that is, that's my turn.
You can still attack. since you got up.
Oh my goodness, that's not my turn then. I will attack.
All right.
Yeah.
You have 2. You have 2 right now that are swarmed around Caleb, and you have access to each of them.
Okay, so whichever one is closest to me, which I think is the one right in front.
Right there? Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
So roll for an attack.
Okay. Ooh. 24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Wish I fast might be able to see.
I bet he's gonna make lighting them. But I probably. Yeah.
Second.
I'm gonna roll that again. That much better.
Caleb, do you have the glove of blasting, or do I still have it?
You have that. Yeah.
28 for the first hit.
28 for the first. 28 to damage, you mean?
28. Yeah, the sorry. Yes, damage.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, great.
And then second hit is 18.
18 hits.
Okay. For 13.
13. Alrighty. So after you slide down, slamming your feet against the wall, barely kick yourself back up, and using that momentum, you take the blade and swing once, twice heavily down upon this creature. The first strike, it's like cutting through a piece of frail brick. It impacts and breaks and then crumbles a bit. The second swipe, you cut through, and you actually feel the resistance of the cold energy. And as you pull back, the blade itself now has a layer of frost across it. And as you look up, it's holding itself together, but you see it kind of shaking a bit, and the ice crystals on it are partially broken and chipped. So it's taken some heavy damage.
Okay.
To one?
To one of them.
Wow.
One of them.
And you said there's 12?
There's 9.
There's 9.
9.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He always brings
Look at that
around.
look.
So,
Another gun.
Can I get there? Oh, sorry. Are you moving on?
no, it's now at the end of your turn. Now it's your
Yes.
go, Beauregard, and Caduceus, you're on deck.
Can I get there with my speed? 50?
Over to here, you mean?
Nope, that brazier.
With your speed,
Can you see
can.
me hitting that brazier? Yeah.
4, 5. 50, you can get there, yeah.
But just think about how pretty this fight is with all like the diamond reflections on everything.
It's beautiful.
Fucking gorgeous.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I was gonna say you want to be on that
Let me roll better. Let me roll better. Ha ha ha. 29.
29. You actually use it to glide a bit. You get a few steps and then kind of slide. You see frost kind of shooting off the back of your heels until you hit a bit of stone, and you kick off of it to slow your momentum and then dodge around the side right up against that one piece of ice and the side of the brazier there.
Cool.
Which, with your passive perception, you do see at the base of the brazier on this side, there is a small cubby about that big.
Oh, yeah. Get to the cubby. What's with the cubby?
I mean, you're adjacent to it. You just see
I'm
it.
adjacent to the cubby. Okay, yeah.
Can't do it.
What's in the cubby?
You do take.
There's some pencils. Like
You take-
an eraser.
You take 8 points of cold. 8 points of cold damage as you enter the frozen aura of the elemental to the left of you.
Okay. What's in the box? What's in the cubby?
You glance inside. You look, and it just looks like an empty, almost like an empty shelf space. And you can see it kind of opens up on the top, almost like it's leading up higher in the pillar. But there's nothing else you really see in there unless you want to use your action to investigate it.
I do.
Go ahead and do that. Roll an investigation check for me.
All right. 25.
Okay. 25. You glance inside as you feel the frost gathering around your ears now. You can't even feel that side of your face. But as you look inside, with very little light you have, and you don't have your goggles on you because you gave those to Veth, but thankfully you rolled pretty high, so you managed to still meet the DC. You can see in the opening that heads up, at the base of it, there is some sort of a series of circles, like kind of small concentric circles that get smaller and smaller that are connected with various lines.
Series
some sort
of
of
concentric circles,
yes,
right? Okay.
some sort of a glyph.
A glyph.
That's in the bottom of the brazier?
On inside of it, at the base of that opening.
Any type of glyph that I would recognize in this quick
Make an Arcana
glance?
check.
You know your glyphs.
Name that glyph. 17.
17. Vaguely, at this angle, it's kind of tough. You're getting either transmutation or evocation,
Oh God.
somewhere in that space.
All right. Can I take whatever left action that I have and kind of shout to Caleb
I'll let you shout something.
or
yeah.
to people? All right. I'm just gonna say I think we need magic to light up these glyphs. I think we need magic to light up these braziers. Glyph in the brazier. Brazier glyph.
And just to be clear, you said columns somewhere?
These braziers are about 5-6 feet tall, and they're just these columns in the middle of the ground. And they look just solid, except for on the opposite end.
So
there's a slight opening, almost like a tiny oven, a clay oven entrance.
Do I have a bonus action still?
You do.
Patient defense.
Okay. You get ready.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's my turn.
What's
Okay.
happening?
Caduceus, you're up. Veth, you're on deck.
Bad ice.
It'd be a bad thing to find out if these guys have got an attack of opportunity.
At the start of your turn,
God damn it.
because you are standing within the frozen aura of 4 of these creatures.
Oh no.
Well, pretty low. You take 11 points of cold damage.
Don't like that. Oh boy, okay. That certainly changes things.
And Yasha, because I also forgot. You take an additional 8 points of cold damage from striking it with a melee attack.
8 points.
Correct.
I can maybe move and tank for you. Maybe draw him away.
I'm surrounded.
I know, but
I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians at level 3.
Spirit Guardians, all right.
can you
So-
cast from a distance? You
Yeah.
don't necessarily need to get up
That's
to it.
No, I know. That's probably what
15
I'm gonna do,
feet.
but I'm like, is it going to light him up, or is it going to
15
damage?
feet radius, you said?
Yep.
So 15 feet radius would be this.
Evocation or transmutation?
Yeah, I mean that's either hit it
Fire.
with fire, right?
Yeah.
Dump some transportation, but it's probably fire.
Let's see.
That's what I was going to do before you even got there.
So I'm going to just try and curl my way around where Jester's duplicate is, and I'm just going to see what happens when I step away from one of them.
You try to step away from one of them?
Yeah, I'm going to stay in the attack
there?
realm of
Okay, so as you move back, that one, as a reaction, you feel its energy lash at you like a frozen whip. That is a 13.
That does not hit.
So you manage to move aside.
Shit. All right. Can I do anything as a bonus action, or am I just fucked? Nope. There's nothing I can do as a bonus action because all of my spells are bullshit at the moment. I can't cast Healing Word because I just put up Spirit
Correct,
Guardians, right?
yes.
God damn it.
Sorry, buddy. Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my fucking turn.
Okay.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
Veth, you're up. Caleb, you're on deck.
Yeah, okay.
Jester's still holding the rope, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to jump on it and run down the rope.
All right.
I let go of the rope.
What's your speed?
35.
35 gets you right there.
You know what, though? I think I'll stop early. It seems dangerous in there.
Okay.
And also, I don't know who's engaged with who. So I'll stop even earlier, maybe just outside the Spirit Guardian range.
You got it.
And I'm going to whip out this somewhere I got this, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to whip out this scroll and read it and cast Flaming Sphere.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bowling.
Where would you like to place the sphere?
Next to Caduceus, the one next to Caduceus, but in a way that doesn't hurt Caduceus.
Or roll downhill.
Right, so right here.
And I don't know, I've never cast this before. I can roll it around, right?
You can.
Cool.
In fact,
Maybe there's like 3 in a row or.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be straight line, right? Like I can go around with it.
That shit.
Doing topsy-turvy ball.
I'll show you.
Like one of those little raccoon
So
balls, with the tails.
it
balls?
appears anywhere in 60 feet, and any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of it has to make a dex save or take 2d6 damage. So anything nearby that ends its turn next to it takes damage. Also, as a bonus action, you can move it up to 30 feet and ram it into a creature, in which case that creature also has to try
But
and
I
make
can't just go pop, 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 pop.
No.
Hit them all.
But if it's next to 2,
You can ram it next to a creature, and then other creatures have to move away from it, or if they end their turn next to it, they take damage.
Well, then in that case, I'll make it appear between two of them because it has a 5 foot, I guess, radius or something, right?
You can put it next to. You can put it here and get it next to 3 of them.
Yeah,
but it'll
that.
also be next to Caduceus, so you'll have to move out of its range next turn. Your call.
On the other side, maybe?
Yeah. Maybe
do it here
I'll
and
just
get
go
next
for
to
2
two
of
of
them.
them
I'll go for 2
There
of
you
them.
go. 2 of them. There you go. So as you finish reading the scroll, as you're kind of like holding onto the rope and grabbing it, the scroll burns away, and you guys hear this strange whining sound as this little opening seems to open in the air, and this ball of fire emerges from it, slops onto the ground, and begins rolling. So it lands there. You can use your bonus action to ram one of those if you'd like to.
Oh, wow. I will do that. I will pick a random ice thing to ram.
All right, so the one directly, which of these 2 would you like to?
The icy one. They're all the same
Lower
to me.
one, the
Sure.
lower one.
The better, the more attractive one.
You got it. It does not make its saving throw, so go ahead and roll 2d6.
Okay. I assume it's vulnerable or... Oh, come on. Double ones. Poo.
Oh. Sorry,
2
bud.
points.
Ones? Oh my god.
So the sphere attempts to ram into it, and it dodges out of the way. The flames lick past, and it takes a little bit of damage.
Does it double the damage because it's made of ice?
You don't know. You barely hit the thing.
Does it say, I'm so attractive, not the face or anything?
You have no idea.
All right.
You rolled double ones, yeah. All right.
Just super.
That finish your
hot
turn, Beth?
In ice
Yes.
elemental.
You got it. Caleb, you're up.
I have a question about the spell that you and I worked out together. Web of Fire, it says flame crackles out around the caster and streaks of fire rapidly snake along the ground. It doesn't say, we didn't write in stone straight lines, arching, curving. What kind of control do I have on them?
We said you have control over to hit the certain creatures you want to. It's the control of that.
Okay, well then I'm going to try this. I'm going to pull out the cat's cradle, crust it over in phosphorus, and then slam it down into the ground, and send all 5 of them forward along the line of the rope, and then splitting out, and sending 1 to each of the braziers to erupt at each brazier,
Oh, get
and
it.
1 on the one that is hurting. The one closest to Jester's duplicate.
Hell
Okay.
yes.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Please
60 feet?
work.
Okay, so you watch as Caleb, first at the top of your turn, because you are in range of 3 of them, immediately take 21 points of cold damage.
Okay.
From the auras like burning into you, and right now you begin to lose feeling in your fingers and arms, but you've practiced this over and over again, so even without feeling, you still go through the motions, and as you slam your hands down, you watch as this arcane energy sparkles at the tips of his fingers, and as it hits the frost and stone, they spider out into these little burning web-like filaments, like you'd see 5 separate elements of black powder paths or what's the word I'm looking for?
Fuse.
Fuses, thank you. Snaking across the ground, they up to the middle of it, and then spread out to all 5 of them. Where do you send them on the braziers?
Beauregard's at a little hole or cubby, right? So I will do my best to aim, if I can see those, to the side, to hit the sides where those ports would be to erupt along the side of it.
Okay.
To try to fart fire into the little port.
I understand. I will say you can see all of them. The one that Beauregard's at is a little obscured, Make a perception check for me.
What if I just aimed where Beauregard is?
Well, then you might hit Beauregard.
I know.
I've got evasion.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Wreck.
Okay. All right. So
Do it.
go ahead and roll damage.
I approve of this message.
26 points of fire damage.
26 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I get to do it.
Higher than a
Evasion,
10.
right?
Higher than a 10.
No, evasion is if you succeed.
Half or
roll the
0.
bonus.
If I succeed.
Yes.
Right.
Nothing.
17.
What's your DC?
Oh, higher than that.
Yeah,
18.
I rolled terribly.
Yeah, so you take the full brunt of it.
I rolled a 7 again. I rolled so many 7s.
Are you changing out your
I
dice?
am. This was supposed to be the bow
But
die.
evasion makes it. It's been a while since I've been a rogue, but half damage, right?
It's half damage on a
Zero or half?
success, and then no damage on a failure. Oh, sorry, no.
No,
sorry,
the reverse.
sorry. Half damage on
So if
on a
she'd
failure,
succeeded,
and
she would have taken 0.
Correct.
If she failed,
Sorry.
she takes half.
yes, so you take half the fire damage that was
Which
there.
is 20, or sorry,
26 half.
14?
So 13 points of
13?
fire damage.
Oh, shit.
You suddenly, as you're like defending against this weird crystal, you see this out of the corner of your eye, this little red shh, and right as you notice it, you burst into flames. You are on fire.
I by all mathematics, I should have been able to dodge that. So,
That's hot.
by all, just rolled
You are
terribly.
on
just
fire.
Cry him.
Hey, we got fucking fire!
This girl is on fire.
Oh God.
Worth it.
So you watch as the majority of these streak off up inside of these small little open spaces, and then the top of the pillar suddenly burst into arcane flame. As it does, immediately you see all these ice entities seem to shiver and quiver at the immediate reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Carry on.
Quiff? Quiff. You know, quiff. It's been a long day.
Give me my last laugh, man. It's
Try
okay.
here for that.
Indeed. Too cold in here for that. Quiver and shift to the proximity of the fire.
You're a child, Marissa. A child.
That's the big bad. That's the big bad.
Man, I've been short in a while. Wow.
It's the exhaustion.
Okay.
And then one of them hits the one that's by Caduceus on this side, you said?
The one that's smack dab against Jester's duplicate.
You got it. Does not succeed in its save, so it's 26 points. As it kind of shoots up and ignites and bursts around it. You watch as the fire consumes a majority of its exterior, and as the flames burn away, it's barely holding on. The crystals have mostly now melted away, and its small, pulsing blue energy is barely maintaining cohesion. Does that finish your turn?
Yeah, I'll stay put. I will get hurt if I try to move.
All right, that finishes Caleb's go. Ford, you're up.
Can I try and pull myself up this rope to the top of the entrance? 'Cause I'm outside.
Up to here, yeah.
Yeah, and then can I see any of this happening down below me?
You've been able to see all this happen. Like you're like at this point, everyone had pulled up inside, and there was a bit of tunnel before the entrance. So you've seen everything in front of you.
I think I'll just hold on to the rope and I'll unleash some eldritch blast at that one that's nearest to Caduceus, closest to me.
You got it. Go ahead and roll an attack on that one.
I got this one move. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Stop, I was just getting better.
Oh, me too. I got
19?
At the giggle.
19 hits. So go ahead and roll damage. Oh, I'm gonna fucking murder all of you.
15. That's 15 points of force damage.
15 points of force damage.
1-5.
Oh, 15.
1-5.
15.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
That is 12 points of force damage.
12 points. You got it.
And then the third.
Points?
And another 18.
Yep, hits.
Okay, great. Last one is 13 points of force damage.
13 points of force damage. Nice. You fire them off as they impact the sides of it. You see it kind of hit the ground with a clatter and then lift back up.
Okay.
Looks hurt, but it's still fairly hardy.
I'll stay where I am.
You got it. Finishing the brings us to the top. Jester, you're up.
Okay.
Beginning of your turn.
Okay.
19 points of cold damage, reduced to 9.
Oh.
Okay. Oh my god. You got this. Okay. I'm going to. Would I know? Does radiant fire damage do? It's not like that's not like fire damage.
No, it's a holy burning, but it's not considered fire.
Oh, it's not fire. Okay. Okay. Cool. Then I'm gonna follow a Caduceus footstep, and I'm gonna cast Spiritual Guardians
Alrighty.
on I'm gonna cast it on where I am. On my real person.
Alrighty.
And that's at 3rd level. Ooh. Yeah, 3rd level.
Okay.
And then I'll use my spiritual weapon to attack the ice crystal that I attacked before.
Okay, so you shift it over here.
Ooh, natural 20.
Great. So that's double damage on it. So go ahead and roll and double the dice.
Great. Ooh, 14 plus 5.
14 plus 19.
19.
Nice. So as it moves towards the edge of Caduceus' radius, it slams into that element.
It's still bouncing around.
Apparently, this is
It's like the way it's
it really is. It keeps making its way around the circle. Yep.
No eye contact. No eye contact.
The thing is, guys, I love that we're all laughing about farts right now.
Yep. I love it. All right, so yeah, you swing past the barrier of spiritual guardians that are swarming around Caduceus as your giant serrated lollipop swings through the blanket of celestial beetles. It crashes into this elemental. It takes a heavy hit. It's starting to look pretty hurt.
Okay. It's taken 3 hits already,
That
and
one
it's still
has.
only. Jeez Louise.
All right, that finishes your turn.
Yeah.
It's now their turn. So at the beginning of the round, go ahead and roll your damage for both of your.
And they have to all make wisdom
I'm
saves.
doing
Fire?
here. Yep. There we go.
Okay.
Boo.
What is it?
success.
3d8?
3d8.
3d8.
Boo. Boo.
Success. Failure and failure. So the top 2 over there are success. So what was the damage you rolled?
7.
7. All right, so not great, but that's
No.
17.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Oh, wait, no, it's not plus anything, it's just 3d8. Right?
3d8.
3d8 flat, 12.
already.
And the fireball does damage on their turn as well,
It
right?
does. And then 12 for you. Fail.
Why?
Success. No, fail actually. What's your DC again? 17?
18.
18.
Fail. And fail. So 12 to all of them.
That was it. Do I have any other d4s to use if I come conscious on that?
The one that Yasha had struck last round is assaulted by a swirl
Oh, wait.
of tiny pink hamster unicorns.
Yeah.
And you watch as it shakes in place and then shatters into frozen moisture and crystal ice on the ground.
Oh, we
I
got
want them
one.
to look like Inferno unicorns now, so they look like they're on fire.
Okay. Angry burning red eyes.
Nightmares.
Perfect, you got
Yeah,
it.
nightmares.
Fiery
The
Nightmares.
2 that are next to your eyeball fail,
Do I roll?
and you roll 2d6 and success.
This time it was a 1 and a 4.
There you go.
5 points. Doubled, I'm assuming. Because they're iced. They're vulnerable to fire, maybe?
So they watch as they kind of burn in the proximity of it. Not a high fire damage, but nevertheless, it hurts them. It hurts them. All right, so now it's their turn.
Ow.
That's 2 against you, Jester.
Yeah.
2 against.
That is 20 to hit.
Yeah.
and 21 to hit.
Yeah.
As they swing towards you. 16 points of cold damage, reduced to 8. And 17 points of cold damage, reduced to 8. So 16 total on that one. These all swarming on Caduceus here.
Let's all just go to sleep after this.
Also, half speed, if that matters.
Indeed, but it doesn't matter, unfortunately, because you're still pretty close.
Yeah, I know.
When they fly.
Where you at, Ken?
Help.
I feel
What number
bored
are you
now,
at?
honestly. I feel
67. Okay. But this is about to be brutal, unless he rolls really poorly.
12. Misses.
Nope.
15.
No.
Wow. You got the shitty ones around you.
21.
Hits.
Shit. Sorry.
You did that.
Don't worry, he's fine.
23 points of cold damage. And natural 20.
Cancel.
As a reaction, you do cancel it.
Oh,
Yeah.
lucky.
Good for you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and it's a good thing you did. 24 points of cold damage.
Yep, that would have been the enemy.
Wow.
You're down. Caduceus is down.
Okay, he's okay.
I have.
Would have been.
Yeah, I would have been if I had not canceled that.
Okay.
Definitely would have been your
But
so.
you're not looking good.
Beauregard.
If when it hits my turn, I might be down.
You do have patient defense, so it has disadvantage on its attack against
Correct.
That might be.
Am I also on fire, you said?
Yes, girl.
Or was that I just burst into
Other
flame?
than a fantasy.
No, it was a burst of flame.
Okay.
So it rolled a natural 20 and a 2, so it misses.
Awesome.
So the
All
one
right.
that you hit Bo with didn't even catch on fire?
This girl is.
She caught on fire. If
she absorbed it
if
instead.
exactly. You said it was sending it towards her. If she would have,
Well, I did great.
you did great. She had a high chance of dodging it with her evasion. So if she would have managed to succeed and evaded, it was going to go in. So that was
Makes sense to
my.
me. That's why I said nothing.
It rolled like shit.
So that finishes their go. Now that brings us to Yasha.
Okay.
Yasha, top of your turn because of the aura of there. You take 5 points of fire damage.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with letting out a battle cry, and everyone within 60 feet gains advantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
What's that? What's that now?
I don't know if it'll reach. Bonuses on attack rolls. Or, I'm sorry, advantages on attack rolls and saving throws.
This is your battle cry?
This is battle.
It reaches you. It does not reach you. Yeah. But everyone else gets advantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, and then I'm going to attack the one closest to me.
Go for it.
Okay. Ooh, 25.
25 hits.
Okay. Savage attacker. It's a little better. 28 points of damage for the first attack.
Nice. You take 7 points of cold damage
Okay.
as the energy blasts back from your melee attack against it.
Okay. Second attack is a natural 20.
Roll damage.
End it.
7.
Bonus dice for that?
So 4.
Oh wow, there's my voice. I'm going away.
So just the dice are.
Just the dice double.
Okay, so I don't know. So,
At least
okay, so 27
make it
total.
down.
28 and 27. That's over
Yeah.
50 points of damage in one round. That's great. You do take 8 points of cold damage from the second strike.
Hey, boy.
And as you kind of, with the second blow, the sword swings wide and you kind of feel the pain, but look up and watch as the creature is no more. It is scattered in a spray of snow and ice chips in the direction of Caleb, kind of like spraying the front of him slightly.
Ice chips.
You can still move if you'd like.
Yeah, boy, I feel like there's a lot going on over by Caduceus and Jester. Wait, which is the real Jester? Which is the boot?
One by the door,
The real me.
downstage.
Ask both a question that only Jester would really.
That's true. Okay, I'm gonna move a little closer to, but right out of range of the little ice creature and just ready to attack.
So, stay put?
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. All right, that finishes your go, Yasha?
Yeah.
Beauregard, you're up. Caduceus, you're on deck.
I don't think I can do anything to light this brazier, so I'm going to turn around and...
You take 3 points of cold damage from being in the proximity of its aura.
I take 3 points of ice damage. And then I'm going to do just big 2 sweeping swings with my belaborer. I have advantage on these, don't I?
You do.
Thank God, because one's a 1. So 26 for the first one.
That hits.
And 28 for the second.
That hits. Roll damage on each.
How do we get Caduceus out of there?
But if we lift him out, he's going to get
I think I'm going to be dead next turn.
Do you have a
This turn or next
type spell?
I won't have time. I'm going to drop instantly.
But it's your turn now.
I'm going to drop immediately on my turn.
He's going to
10 and 12 damage.
I'm out.
10 and 12.
Yeah.
Or they get to go again.
I'm in aura.
You do take an additional 8 points of cold damage from the 2 strikes, but
Even with my staff?
even with your staff, but you do destroy it with those final hits.
Oh.
It had taken quite a few hits previously, so as you slam it both with the staff, the second one sends it flying against the far wall where it just
All right.
breaks into 1,000 pieces.
In that case, I'll move and bonus action flurry of blows, the one that's harassing Caduceus.
Over here?
Whichever one feels like it's most harassing Caduceus.
They're all pretty much most harassing
Yeah,
Caduceus.
yeah.
All right, moving into that aura is a new cold aura. You take another 1 point of cold damage.
Okay.
Bonus action, 2 more strikes against it.
Oh, pop, pop. Still at advantage. So 21 for the first one,
21,
and 21 again.
both hit.
No, sorry, 22. Whatever. Never mind.
Well, so the first one, those are to hit, right?
Yeah.
Roll damage for the first one.
Okay. Wait, hang on. Not those. Not those. For the first one. Okay. 13. 14.
You take 4 points of cold damage from the impact, but this one, which was already barely holding on because of Caleb's spell earlier, shatters at the blow.
Great. 4 damage. So my second one, can I attack the one that's on the other side of me?
You can continue to move and come into this one if you want to, or this one, whichever you
Yeah, I'll do that one that's on the other side of me. The one that yes.
got it.
Just full on superhero style punching through ice. Yeah, that's in natural 18, so 30. No, sorry, 28, 28.
Go ahead and roll
I'm not
damage.
attacking with my staff.
Because you're not moving, you're technically not moving more than half your movement, so you don't have to make a dex save to try and maintain your footing.
Terrible damage, 7 on that one.
7 damage on that one.
And extract aspects.
Good call. You do take 4 points of cold damage from the impact.
Okay.
They are resistant to non-magical slashing and piercing.
Okay.
They are immune to cold and poison damage, and vulnerable to fire damage.
Yeah, that all tracks.
There you go.
Fire damage is just doing so much more.
It was doubling. You're just rolling really shitty.
Fire is bad. Everyone knows that.
Fire.
Everyone knows that. Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
But it's really helpful to know.
Thanks. That's my turn.
Caduce.
Alrighty. Caduceus, beginning of your round.
See what happens.
You take 1 point of cold damage from one aura, 8 from another, and then 6. So 1, then 8.
15.
So 9 total. Are you still up?
Yep.
Then the 6 addition to that, so 14 total.
I'm still up.
Alrighty.
14. Thank you for knocking that out.
Just the
'cause
one
that would've
made the difference.
Fucking done me. I'm at 6 hit points. Oh. So yeah. Okay. Let's
Wow.
go for. I'm going to. Okay. The wound closure. Do you use? I can't remember. If I use cure wounds, that's not using. That doesn't use my healing. Oh God. Sorry. Hold on.
I have to look at your parapet again.
Your parapet
Yeah.
situation?
This is my brain. That doesn't use my.
No, when you roll a hit dice to
hit
regain
die.
hit points, that's during your a short rest.
Okay, so it's just
so
a
it doesn't
short
affect
rest,
actually magical healing.
Okay, that's okay. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at. Let's do a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Sure.
For fun. So
48 plus 5. Go for it.
maybe I'll roll a better
Death, you are
48
death.
than I have been. 12, 20 points back. So a little better than before.
There you go.
And that's pretty much what I can do. So I'm just gonna I ain't moving anymore. I'm just gonna stay put and hope this all ends.
Fair enough. If you could, make 3 concentration checks for me, please. To maintain your
You
spirit
have
guardian.
advantage on
Oh.
saving
Yeah.
throws.
Oh, I already have advantage on concentration
Okay.
checks anyway.
But they.
Saves or checks?
Check. Or it's a saving throw. So whatever your constitution saving throw is.
13.
All right, you maintain.
22.
Maintain.
9?
Nope.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
All right,
Dang.
that finish your go?
I mean, in more ways than one, yeah.
Veth, you're up. Caleb, you're on deck.
Wow.
So before Caduceus' next turn, they're gonna get a go. And Beauregard's gonna get a go. No.
Jester will get a go, and then they
Is
go.
that real Jester or fake Jester? Oh,
fake Jester.
and Fjord.
I can cast spells from my fake.
Okay. I will, just because I.
By the
like-
way, is your duplicate concentration?
Yes.
Much easier to keep track of which one the real jester is, because with the spiritual guardians up, the duplicate is gone.
That's a good point.
Sorry.
That was
Still good. Still good.
We're fine. We're fine.
You could eventually run over here too, and then
I
yeah.
will if I can. I
You
can.
can.
I can climb the rope maybe and get uphill. It's uphill, so it'll be difficult.
It's a slope.
I will.
Oh yeah.
Just because I like this rope so much, I'm gonna hang on it with my knees.
Who's holding the rope up here, by the way?
What's that?
Are you holding the rope up there?
Stand up at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm gonna hang on it with my knees like that.
Okay.
Upside down and shoot my thing.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
I like that we're battling all these things and still like going.
Hold it steady, guys. And you know what? I will throw a knife instead of the action of the thingy.
Okay. Who are you throwing it at?
I'll throw it at the one closest to me
Right there? Go for it. Roll for the attack.
with advantage.
With advantage.
18 plus stuff, so it's got it.
That hits. You can go ahead and roll damage.
And
it is sneak attack, because you have advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah.
And next to Caduceus, regardless.
Okay. 3, 6, 11, 12, 13, 15, 20. 25 plus 6 is 31, plus I will pump an extra 3d6 into it.
Sure.
38 points of damage.
38 points of damage. The dagger strikes it, and you watch for a moment as it lodges itself in the center of this throbbing blue energy, and the crystal just shatters all across the chamber floor.
yes.
The dagger plummets and then slides down the
Oh no!
bottom of the floor towards the other door.
No!
But that's your
And
action.
bonus action, I'll charge with my flaming sphere at the other one.
Get it?
Into the side there, as it rolls across the ground, slamming into the crystal entity. It
I'm all right.
fails its save. So 2d6.
4 points of damage.
Up to 8.
Yeah. What is it, 2d4?
It's 2d6. I just keep rolling damage.
Alrighty.
And does that flaming sphere does it catch the USB cord on fire, or am I okay?
It will in a couple rounds.
Okay, cool.
It's insulated, you know.
yeah, it's
it's
wax
good.
treated.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
Move it. No, never mind. No.
All right. So,
Nope.
that finishes your go. Caleb, you're up.
I'm going to finish what I started. I raise the cat's cradle up and I spin my finger around and wrap it up tighter in string and bring it right back down and cast it 5th level. And I will send one of the snakes to the final brazier and hit every last creature on the map, because there's 4 of them.
Okay.
That's 5 targets.
That one alights. And then roll damage for the others.
Yep. 8, so that's 96.
Failed save. Failed save.
Jeez. 12.
Success. And success.
28 total.
So they both take.
So that's what, 52? Did I do my math?
56.
No, 56 points. Wow.
Both of them just shatter and melt midair. You hear the explosion, and there's just a mist left behind as immediately the ice is turned to vapor in this small cloud of fog where they both just kind of shriek. No longer exist to the right of you and Jester. You did at the top of your round take 1 point of cold damage from proximity to one of them, just as a note. The other two impact and are extremely hurt. They are barely holding on. They have no seemingly intellect of their own, so they're not looking to flee. They don't have a sense of self. They are just hungry for heat. As the last brazier lights, the doors behind you and Jester open up. The two that you are leaning against. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Oops.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool,
advantage.
Cool. Yeah.
Advantage, yeah.
Tight.
Yep, you do have dex save.
Tight.
Okay. 21 for me.
Alrighty.
Remember that scene in the Titanic?
Oh, yeah.
15 for me. If I fail, I'll succeed it with the ring.
You do fail,
Okay, so I'll use the ring of evasion.
Is there any way I
so you do
Dex
succeed.
save, yeah.
Okay. You both barely manage to move to the sides.
So I'm holding onto the rope, so I'm assuming Ford probably gets yanked.
Here,
Oh god, there you go. Doors are
Yay.
open there.
I'm strong.
So you both
You just clench your glutes and hold the rope.
just kind of shift over to the side, you hold the rope and pull off the end, and the door just opens to the left of you. You both manage to prevent just falling into the next chamber.
that was close.
Alrighty. That finishes Caleb's go?
Yeah.
You can move if you'd like to.
I will move just maybe 5 or 10 more feet to the left,
Alright,
so I don't fall in.
fair enough. That brings us to Ford. Ford, you're up.
Yeah, my dexterity's not so great, and doors are opening and shit at the bottom of the room. You know, like when you go tubing, you can kind of like aim where you want to go.
Yeah?
Can I try and like jump and slide so I'll slide right towards where Caduceus is?
We can certainly try.
I'm gonna try and Kaplinko my way down to Caduceus.
I dig it. To get right where Caduceus is, you will be passing by Veth.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've also dropped the rope.
Yeah, fuck that rope.
So you don't need to worry about that. Veth, make a dexterity check for me. A dexterity saving throw. I would say with disadvantage because you weren't expecting it, but you have advantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
Veth.
I've still got the rope on the other end.
You do, but she's now just gliding off. Like, because you're holding one end of the rope. So are you holding on to she holds onto the rope, so you go falling out the side, but are you still holding the rope?
No.
No, you're not.
You let go of the rope?
I was never holding the rope. My legs were on it.
That's right. Then I'll tell you what, as you and the rope go sliding by, roll a d20 for me.
Oh no.
And the rope is going.
Yeah, just tangling Beth up. Can I? Yeah, I know. Can we try to catch
Grab her on the way down.
That's like a reaction right there.
That was, I can't give you guys 16 different reactions when it's like
I know.
3 rolls have failed in a row here.
Indiana,
Yeah.
let it go.
Veth just slides into the next chamber.
Do I catch my knife on the way?
We'll get to you in a second. Ford, what are you doing? You're trying to scoot this way?
Yeah, I'm trying to slide right down to where Caduceus
Okay,
is.
make a dexterity check. Not a saving throw, it's not a reaction.
Okay.
But I will allow advantage on this because you are doing this intentionally and it's just slight.
A dexterity check?
Yes, add your dexterity bonus.
With advantage. Everything's, well, like,
Great.
we have advantage on a ton of stuff.
18. Just an 18 with
Yeah,
no modifier.
where you want to go?
Straight down to Caduceus.
All right, so you are sliding past him. You will either bowl through Caduceus, or you can try and stop or go with him.
No, I literally want to give him a big ass hug. I'm gonna hit him, and when I hit him, I'm gonna cast Thunderstep.
Alrighty. You do enter the frost radius of 2 of them when you do so. So you do take 14 points of cold damage.
Okay.
As you slide into their space, but as you're scooting down, sending up ice bits and bits of rock and pebbles behind you, you reach out, scoop up Caduceus, you both go about to tumble as you finish the spell, and then explode outward. The flaming sphere, I will say at this point, because it's no longer in your sight, will dissipate.
Sure.
So where do you two want to go?
I'm gonna go to the corner down over here, right here.
All right. You both manage to stumble a bit and land against the wall, catching yourself, not quite falling completely over, using the edge of it to kind of stop your momentum. It hurts. That shoulder's going to be sore in the morning.
Everything's sore.
But you're okay at the moment. How much damage do both of them take? And what's their save?
21, 24. 24 points of thunder damage, and it's a Constitution 18.
No.
Yes.
And yes.
Yeah.
24 to 12. They're already both pretty hurt, and so regardless of making it save, as you both vanish from sight, there's a brief moment where just they go, and the space where they were suddenly impacts and then detonates outward in this shockwave that sends all of their ice shards and essence just scattering across the room at enormous speed. The rest of you in the chamber have to kind of protect yourself as you're suddenly pelted with tiny bits of broken ice. And with that quiet moment, you realize that nothing else in the chamber beyond you seems to be moving, reacting.
Would I have hit you?
Or come from.
Would I have hit you also?
I think you would have.
Okay.
But what if you
That is within 5 feet, so yes,
What
make
if,
a Constitution saving throw.
you slid just down with Caduceus and
Constitution
bamfed out when you were out of
I still have battle
Bosery.
cry, eh?
You too.
What?
Natural 20.
Nice.
So you take 12 points of thunder damage, I think that's right? 24.
Maybe we should get into the next room and take a minute.
Saveth. You slide into darkness, and where you're expecting a floor to meet you, you're free falling. And falling and falling. I need you to just roll a d6 for me.
Okay. 2.
2. Okay.
Do you have anything?
I've got stuff.
You fall for 50, 60, 70 feet.
What are you doing?
You don't really see much around you because you don't have dark vision, but you have the goggles on still, right?
I do. I will at some point cast Featherfall.
Well, up to you. You've fallen for 70 feet at this point, and looking around you, all you see is bits of jagged ice and stone.
I will cast
each side.
Featherfall.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No, better be sure.
You just
wait another minute.
slowly begin to drift for 80, 90, 100, 10, 120, 150, 200 feet,
Oh boy.
250 feet.
Oh no.
It doesn't last forever.
At about 270, you fall pretty fast though.
Okay.
At about 270 feet, you begin to just barely see rising up to you the floor of this pit.
Oh my god.
You see broken bits of jagged stone walls and pillars that are almost like a spike trap at the bottom. Debris and elements of fallen architecture just litter the floor at the bottom of this pit, and you land on your feet gently, taking no damage.
I thought he was going to say lava. 275
That would have been literally anyone else
Tell us.
Dead.
and done.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Anybody.
As soon as that rope went, I was like, okay.
Spider-Man slide into dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
No worries.
Beth,
So, yeah.
are you okay? Beth.
Okay. I don't know. Can I even hear them? That's far. Yeah, I can still hear them.
you can hear him, yeah.
Ah!
Are you hurt?
No! I'm okay.
I start sending the globules down
Yeah.
just to get an idea of the space.
No worries. As you peer over, you can see now a mostly collapsed chamber with jagged rock and ice punching through the top of what might have been once a beautiful structure. Some sort of ceremonial interior, but the majority of it has tumbled inward and the floor has bottomed out from underneath. This kind of 25 by 30 foot chamber area has no floor. All of it, whatever structure was there has fallen into this pit, into endless darkness. And as you hear the faint echoes of Veth calling up to you, we're going to take a break.
I'm going to hit you with a Cure Wounds.
I'm going to do if we can take 10 minutes, I can also give everybody who took damage a little bit of.
Okay, we'll wait for that after the break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ford is the master of the
Please.
drive-by thunderstep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Moving
great.
target.
I love it so much. It's like the hottest use of that spell.
Oh boy.
Alrighty, we'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll pick up from this scenario and see where it goes from there. So, see you guys in a minute.
Lord have mercy.